Last session was very short.
Yep.
So we're gonna do something spicy. Actually, it's the Christmas season, and I'm feeling generous. So this week, everybody gets inspiration.
Yippee.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I already have it.
Crimbus
And
inspiration.
you can keep it until you spend it.
Yay!
Keep it the entire campaign.
If you keep it the entire campaign, then that is just wasted, to be honest.
I thought you were about to give out it and be like, you get this. No, you just wasted it. Which is true.
Yeah, if you don't use your inspiration, you're wasting it. I may set a time limit on it. I may say, like, oh, if you don't spend it in, like, 3 months games, then, like, we'll say that. We'll say that. If you don't spend it until February, then it goes away.
Wow.
You have 2 months to use it. So please use it.
Guys, please use it. No, you don't understand. Please use it.
And you'll still have opportunities to get more inspiration. So literally just use it. Can't wait for somebody to use it to re-roll a save and still fail. All right, gang. So where we last left off, you guys were still in the Underdark, preparing a spell to try and find the location of the portal out of the Shadowfell when it finally appears, getting a sort of precursory glance into where it might appear so that you guys can finally escape. And I actually need to grab my notes really quick because this will matter. It will take some time for this portal to show up, so we're gonna have a 2 days downtime. During this time, you guys will be able to train a skill, or ability or stat or whatever. How this works is that ultimately, for every single day that you commit to training to that, it makes it adds basically an XP to that.
Got it.
And the XP to that is based off of how long you were training it. So, skills are going to take 50 XP, and stat is your current level of skill times 5.
Wow.
So we're going to go ahead and get that started. I'm going to go ahead and write that down.
Very interesting. I like it.
You also can use this time to like research items instead of getting a stat stronger, like trying to come up with crafting something, trying to prepare something huge, anything you can think of. It doesn't have to be the skill stat. I just figured it'd be a good opportunity to use this 2 days to the fullest.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't see dog shit on my notes, so let me fix that really quick before I get to writing these down.
Excellent.
All right. Downtime. All right. We're gonna go in order of character name.
Oh, if only there was someone whose name started with the letter A.
Hey.
Hey, so Ari, you will be first. Ari, what would you like to spend these 2 days of downtime doing?
Well, I think... Oh, I'm torn between 2.
I'll also say you can probably, if you are proficient in a skill, you can do proficiency or go for expertise, but I'm going to say it's going to take a really long time. It's going to take probably 200.
Wowzers. And I see expertise is its max. You can't do any more. Please stop. Have mercy.
Yeah.
I want to flip a coin real quick to decide which of these two I want.
What are you thinking?
Arcana or survival?
Ooh, good choices. I know which one I'd pick.
You'd pick Arcana, wouldn't you?
I'd actually pick survival for you.
Oh, for me, yeah. I thought you
Yeah.
meant for yourself.
I feel like you should choose survival because a lot of us already focuses on Arcana.
True. It's okay. I flipped survival anyway, so survival.
Me when I plus 15 Arcana.
Survival. Got it. Elia.
Is there any? Okay, so I know you said skills or stats or whatever, but I'm curious. Is there any spells around here that like? Do they have any like old scraps of spells or stuff? Because I want to actually see if I could learn spells.
So
Or
none of
get some
them
spells.
are arcane casters. There's a cleric, a paladin, and a fighter. So you're not gonna be able to learn anything from a spell book, but they could start to teach you in a spell, and that can give you progress to spend less money on the neck whenever you choose to learn that spell next. You can do that.
Yeah, but they mostly have like not like holy magic, right? Like, I don't.
Yeah, I suppose so, but there is a lot of overlap between the two still.
Come back to me. I'm gonna go look up some spells that we might share.
Wowzers, Spencers.
I've spelled. I mean, let's take a look here.
Yeah, no, protection from evil and good is a classic on both lists, if I recall.
Cleric and wizard. Does this show me the results of both?
Any ancient magic that we've forgotten in our time?
Certainly not. It's not like we have a weird item in one of our possessions.
Yeah. Animate Dead is one that I could potentially learn. That's funny.
That's literally the first one I also looked at was
Oh.
Anime Dead. All right, yeah, I'll let you look it over.
Yeah, well, I just come back.
Monty Morris.
Montemore will be expanding his knowledge of history by talking with the others and learning their past while
That's a very
doing like
interesting-
basic chores around the place and just helping
All
out
right.
where he can.
And then Neri.
Alright.
Narrow.
Question. Could I use this time to train
Hello.
a specific spell or weapon as well, or does it have to be something broader?
You can do a weapon as well. I don't know how you would train a spell
Yeah.
unless you're a wizard, but yeah. Unless you're saying you want to use the time to swap out a spell, but you're a cleric. You just
I could just do that,
Yeah.
so. Yeah, for now, I think we're gonna start opening the can of worms and train with my good old wacky pike.
pike. Okay. Oh, you're not proficient with your pike.
Yeah, I am. I have martial proficiency. It's just my strength score is pants.
Oh, so you're training your strength score.
Kinda. Mostly focusing on, Nary's
you
trying to
can't gain
figure
ex-
out
you
how to
can't gain
use...
ex-
Yeah, Nary's trying to
You
figure
can't
out how
gain
to use...
expertise with a weapon.
Yeah. So I guess to kinda... No, Yeah, let's just do a skill. I'm not gonna be fancy.
I mean, you can also train a stat if you wanted to try and train a stat.
That is true, that is true.
It's just rather slow, but the payout is big.
Yeah. I think for now... Yeah, let's start training Khan, then. We're in the Shadowfell. Nary's can, like, just build up endurance just by being here, I think. Go on missions with the gang.
Let's see, you have a constitution of 15.
Mm-hmm.
15 times 5. We have 75. There we are. All right. Good. And Elia?
I'm still looking. There's like so many goddamn spells.
Wow.
All right. Well, just get back to me. I will. Go
Can
ahead
I
and
just
mark you
DM
down
you
for
on a later
2 days
date and
training
say
for
I just
spell.
learned a spell? Sorry.
I don't know about learning it outright.
No, but you know what I mean. Like reduce the price.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark you down. Just let me know the spell,
Hmm.
and then we will figure out. I'm gonna say probably, like, I think probably for level of spell, it probably is the level spell times 10.
Yeah, that
So like a
sounds
level
good.
1 spell, you can fully learn for free in 10 days. So and
Cool.
then
Can I
you'll
have
have
a
a
discount on Wish?
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Whoa.
yeah. If you spend a dedicated 90 days learning the wish spell, you can learn the wish spell.
Shame you don't have the spell slot to actually cast it.
Oh, that attitude.
Yeah. Let's also hope that the reason you're learning the wish spell doesn't already come and pass, and the world hasn't already ended.
Yep.
All right, gang. With that in mind, God, I'm so fucking cold.
Blanky.
Skill
I'm
issue. I'm
so
overheating.
wrapped in a blanket. Would you like to trade? Would you like to be in this freezing room?
Yes, please.
Sounds good. Because in a hot room, I can just take off my pants.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to wear clothes. Actually,
You're not wearing pants?
well, I'm not wearing a shirt.
Valid.
The AC not work? Can you not turn up the AC?
It's not been doing very well. I'm on
What
the
about
third
opening a
floor,
window?
so
Is it like 20 degrees outside where you are? Can you open a window?
it's actually 56. I could.
That way you can get at least a gentle breeze in.
Hmm. I think okay, maybe I might get Animate Dead because it's really funny.
Pretty funny.
You wanna animate dead?
Yeah.
What inspired you to choose animate dead?
I just think look, so Animate Dead might not be like amazing for combat, but imagine this. We could after we kill something, we can animate its corpse and just have it like do like menial tasks for us.
Isn't there a lower level spell that also does that, like Unseen Servant or something?
Yeah. But
You want to
It's
commit war
funnier.
crimes, yeah.
I feel like
funnier.
1, 2, or even 3 of us might take a slight issue with that.
yeah.
I can
Which would be
think
funny.
of a reason that every single one of your party members would dislike you casting animate dead.
Yeah.
I don't know if this counts as preservation.
One
I
of
mean,
you in
it's
particular, I
animating the
definitely can
corpse.
see having a very big issue with animate dead.
It's almost as if it goes against the natural order of things, you know?
True.
Yeah, the natural order, that goes against the natural order paladin in your party.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah,
wanna
see
Aurora
that
would be
and then
pissed.
stab you.
Yeah.
I want to get. Oh, look, the one spell I wanted to get, I can't get because it's only in the wizard and bard spell list.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna. Huh?
Lol.
Yeah. I could
All
also
right.
get the Snow Curse. That's the other
Snow
one.
Curse. That seems befitting for a fey creature, Elia.
Yeah. Maybe Bestow Curse then.
Wait, Bestow? Wait, rewind.
Bestow?
Yeah, Bestow Curse.
Bestow.
It's Bestow.
No, it is not.
It is.
It really
Speaking of
isn't, and I never
bestowing
want to hear you
curses.
say that again.
Speaking of
Curse.
bestowing curses, you
Yeah.
guys find yourself waking up in the middle of the night, or at least you presume night. You are in the middle of sleeping, but the door comes busting open. And you guys see your gnome friend, who you guys have been getting acquainted with, Elise, break down the door, and on her face is Nary's blood, and it's very obvious to tell because it's this very gloopy, glowy blue covering her face.
Yep.
And as you guys find yourself shooting awake with surprise, she's screaming into the room, guys, it's time, you gotta get up, you gotta go, you gotta go.
Okay, geez.
The baby coming.
What's just happened?
Portal's open, it sounds
The
like.
portal, it's open, it opened in the middle of the night.
Oh.
I don't know how long you guys have, but you gotta, come on, grab your stuff, get dressed.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting dressed, I'm getting on Missile, we're booking it.
I'm trying to get dressed. I still have claws. Do I still have claws?
No, after 3 days, you're fine.
Okay, cool. I look normal again. Yay.
Let us go.
There's a little bit of time. What's up, Sasha?
I said, let us go.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Go.
All right. So you guys gather up your stuff, and Elise meets you at the stairs. And she says, I don't know how long it's open. I literally just put on the mask to see if it would happen in the middle of the day, or just in case. And well, it's open, and we don't have much time. I don't know how long it's been open. I don't know when it'll close. So we'll just have to run it there.
Alright, I'm pretty good at that.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Bastille, metal. She calling out to the Dragonborn, the dwarf. And you guys see the Dragonborn stir from the love seat in front of the fireplace. He himself also half asleep, slowly looking over. A very like one eye blink, and it kind of follows into the other one. You know what I'm talking about?
Yup.
The like super tired, like what the fuck is going on?
Yup.
And he's just like, yeah, okay, sounds great. And the dwarf, still sitting on the couch, his book over his face, where he too had fallen asleep in the middle of the night. He kind of said something. He goes, "Oh, going already."
Yep, we don't have much time by the sounds of it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you guys didn't spend too long in here.
Well, let's not
You know
speak
what?
too soon. We don't know how much time has passed on the outside.
This is a moment for celebration. Why don't you guys take the rest of the beer? And he'll gesture to the keg that's in the kitchen.
Do not be ridiculous. You need that.
I have to agree with
I
Hansel.
can always make more. It's all right.
I mean, it's free beer.
I
Respectfully,
was gonna say,
Elia.
Elia, make a wisdom saving throw.
Respectfully,
Huh?
Elia, I don't think you should be drinking any more of that.
Alright, 1 second.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
A 9, you're very heavily tempted to take him up on his offer.
Yeah, come on, I think
It was the very fun juice.
it was the very fun juice. It's free beer.
Well, we could buy
Oh, it's
some
up to you.
legally another day.
I prefer to keep our load light.
Uh-huh.
Can I take one? Can I just take one bottle at least, like a water skin full?
Picks up Elia and starts walking out the door.
Yeah.
I passed Mage Hand to like take one of the bottles before.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
And as you guys are heading out, the Dragonborn and the dwarf wave you out, saying goodbye, folks. Hope you guys have a better lot than we do.
Yep. As long as we're still breathing, we'll try and find you guys a way out of here too.
And as you guys are heading out, you guys can see in the from the torchlight from the windows, you actually make me a perception check to see if you notice.
Perceiving.
This will fun little detail. Let's just see. Let's roll some dice.
I did not mean to roll the GM, but enjoy that 24.
Yes, I think I will.
Sounds fake.
Percept. I will percept.
Did you percept?
You perceived.
All
Ari
right.
always percepts.
Ari and Neri, you see the staring, cautious eyes of a Lukatha from the top floor of the cabin, looking back at you guys. And you swear that you see a small little wave come from her before the curtains immediately close and she returns back to hiding.
Give a little
And
two.
Elise is going to. Oh, go ahead.
Hey, just like a little two-fingered salute to her on my way out.
And Elise is going to say, all right, guys, I don't know how long it'll take to walk there, but if you have anything you need to finish doing here before we go, now's the time.
I would like to get out of here as soon as possible.
I have all my business resolved personally, so
I
it's
got
no
everything
problem.
too.
Okay. Then let's get going. And
Mhm.
she's going to pull out from her bag the sun torch. And with it, you guys are able to scorch apart the radiant black, or the all-consuming blackness of the forest. I'm going to roll to see if anything happens on your adventure.
Don't roll a 1, please God, don't roll a 1, not again.
All right. So you guys begin to traverse, walking at a quick pace, running, speed walking, marching, hopefully not tiptoeing.
I am horsing.
But
Ari is
ultimately,
back.
Yeah.
but ultimately, as you run through the forest,
Yeah.
you guys find yourself traversing the infinite darkness, and find yourself before long, what feels like you have been running for maybe like an hour. You find yourself standing in front of a strange part of the forest where the tree line seems to almost get darker. And as you're staring in, you swear you see almost pulsing visions of where darkness seems to run across the tree line, almost like a trick of the light. And as you get to that edge, Elise comes to a screeching halt.
What's up?
And she says, "This is it."
Certainly, like, no portal I've ever seen, but I suppose I've never seen a portal to Shadowfell either.
Well, this isn't your traditional portal either. You have to think, this is a place, this is a way here through a curse.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to look warm and inviting.
I see. Should we be wary of any ill effects by crossing it, or...?
That is a great question. Let me see if she knows. Yeah, actually. I think you guys probably already knew about this, but willingly traversing the plains is difficult, I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Something about the in-between and getting stuck in between it.
Yeah, that's always the risk with the planes these days.
Only thing I know about what I've heard from people that have come through is to just avoid the cracks, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm not much help here. This isn't exactly my area of expertise.
That's...
I haven't gone through a portal to leave this place in I don't know how fucking long.
Yeah, I guess we could give it a go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Hell
I'm
yeah, I don't
pretty
think that's a good
familiar.
idea.
I'm pretty familiar with these portals. Mary, I know you mean well, but
Yeah, that's a
this is
good point.
my specialization.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Elia is gonna go walk right in.
Alright, I
Okay.
guess the rest of us will follow, I assume.
Let's go.
Yep, thank you again for your help in getting us out of there.
Well, it is my job.
Yeah, you're doing a pretty good job at it. Hopefully it won't be your job for much longer.
I wouldn't hold your breath. But I
Pretty good at holding
appreciate
your breath.
the positivity.
Yeah. Alright, let's head out.
All right. Now we get to introduce the new mechanic of interplanar travel.
Yippee!
Whoa.
Yeah.
So how this is going to work is I am going to roll a 1d2 in secret. I'm basically going to flip a coin.
Yep.
Sweet. All right. Now I need you guys to also, in secret, roll or flip a coin. Roll a 1d2.
Yeah.
GM roll it.
Yes.
How do I work through the GM? With a roll.
/ GM roll.
GM roll, got it. That sure is a number.
I did it.
Okay. All right. So as you guys begin to walk through this pulsating force of darkness that seems to kind of almost like tempt you forward with how the pulses feel. It almost feels like with each wave that like shoots through this forest and runs through you, it almost feels like you yourself from the heart are being yanked forward a little bit. And as you guys turn back and see your friend disappearing into the distance, her torch literally shining as bright as the sun seems to disappear almost into a inky blackness as you stare back, her vision becoming almost a phantom. And the trees, as you continue forward, start to disappear and turn back from this natural forest and to more of this just pitch blackness. And as you are walking through this pitch blackness, you find yourself instead finding those pulses of black waves start to run through the area. And before long, the distance in which these black waves, even though you feel like you shouldn't be able to see them through the darkness, you can feel them. And they lurch forward into this chasm that you see far in the distance. And as these black waves overrun them, you begin to see a pulse of light, white light radiate from the bottom, creating this almost illusionary, almost false, rocky chasm that you guys are approaching. And you guys are very quickly aware that these are those said cracks that she mentioned, where it almost looks like the way that they are angled, the way that you see them before, the fall would last for centuries.
Jesus.
It is an endless pit. And yet, as you get yourself closer and closer, the adjustment to this angle, you realize that these cracks are almost also two-dimensional, like they're flat at the same time. And you find yourself, your mind, confused at the mere perception as to what you are seeing. And what this dice roll represents is, this coin flip represents, is your ability to be able to tell what is and isn't a crack. Those who rolled a 2, you are able to traverse through the chasm fine.
Yippee!
Vibing.
Oh
Those who
no.
rolled a 1, you guys feel like you were taking a right path, and are almost there. But as you are about to take the last step, you feel your foot collapse into the earth, and or at least the false floor that there would be, and you feel your body start to lose balance. And with this, I will allow you an action to try and recover yourself before the abyss literally almost feels like it's starting to forcefully try to pull you in. The second your foot kind of crosses this threshold, your body almost seems to want to give in to this cavern.
Oh jeez. Do all of us get an action assuming the success gang notices what's going on?
It's not very hard, especially if you guys are
Yeah.
communicating.
Yeah,
If you guys are
we're
like
all
talking
sticking
along the way,
close,
like,
talking, yeah. So, fellas, who failed?
Me
Yo.
and me, it seems.
Anyone
Me.
else?
Pussy.
I failed.
Oh boy.
Oh. I was worried I was the only one.
Yeah.
Could I try to roll to see if I notice as well? Because it's not my first time passing through a portal, or at least do something to
You know,
help out.
we're looking at each other right now. I don't think you need to roll to notice.
Yeah, is there anything I could do to help out?
You tell me.
it's just a matter of what you think you
I
can
mean,
do.
I was thinking I'll just wild shape into a giant eagle and catch Montemore.
I guess that works, but like, I don't know if physics
Sure.
applies here.
I don't need it. I'll just straight saving throw myself to pull myself back up.
Yeah, can I also do a little cheeky? I could use lightning lore to pull you over here as well. It'd work. Just might get a little singed.
May I do a strength saving throw to pull myself back up?
Yeah, we'll say you can attempt it.
Yeah, do we want to integrate
It is-
lightning lore into there as well, Montemore?
Don't need it.
Are you sure? Okay, you don't need it.
You don't need it. You don't need it. So the second you feel your
Plus
foot
3.
collapse,
That's a 28.
Wow.
so the moment you feel your foot collapse into this false floor, and you feel this overwhelming urge in you to just give in and fall, you immediately, almost instinctively, despite what your mind tells you, force yourself back up onto the platform, forcing your leg to rip free from almost this ethereal force that's trying to pin you down.
I do not fall to evil.
Hey, what the Ari doing?
So yeah, I just would like to wild shape into Burb.
Birdo.
Okay. Roll burb.
Roll Burb. What do you mean roll Burb?
Roll burb.
Oh, bird.
What do I roll? I just
Spend your wild shape.
yeah.
And now, well, what kind of bird are you?
Yeah, gonna go with a good old giant eagle just in case
Too
someone
big.
else has a fall.
Yeah.
All right. So as you turn into this giant eagle, and you immediately feel the consciousness to beat your wings to take flight, I need you to make me an athletics check to be able to take flight.
Oh shit! Whoops, that wasn't supposed to be 2GM.
Does
That's a
Eagle,
16.
I mean, it's
regardless.
fine.
Yeah, does Eagle has a bigger modifier? Or does it not matter?
It has
Oh,
a
yeah,
lesser
that's right.
modifier, actually.
So what'd you say?
It has a lesser modifier, actually. You rolled
Oh.
with a +5. Eagle actually rolls with a +3. But it's fine, because we're not here trying to punish first-time travel, especially by accident.
Yep.
So with a 14, I'm going to say you are able to, just because of this casual slip, you aren't being pulled in as hard by this force that wants to drag you into the great abyss. So you rip forward with your wings, taking flight, though the weight of your wings still seems to weigh heavy, and you can tell that in this area, even as you are taking flight as this eagle, you feel this sense that like it's uncomfortable, almost like you're not meant to fly here. There's no wind to carry you, there's no atmosphere to give you anything, and you feel ultimately like not that you are useless to fly here, but almost it feels as futile as it was just walking.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
But ultimately, you guys are able to save yourself. You guys manage to cross the chasm, and the second you pass it, you almost see this great chasm seem to break into a 180 figure, where the floor seems to crack out more and more, beginning to climb up walls that you know weren't there before, and reach the ceiling where they begin to shatter. Pieces of debris seem to fall, where what should feel like rocks are actually just ashes of the unknown, the dimension around you slowly falling apart and descending into the infinite abyss below. And you feel like you have crossed a threshold that most people don't cross before, most often cross. And you know that in that moment you have officially survived crossing the in between.
Huzzah.
Ah,
A simple task.
Are you okay, Ari? You almost it almost looked like you slept for a second.
I'm okay now. Not used to interdimensional travel.
Hopefully we don't
Yeah.
have to do this very often.
Yeah, just a tip for the future. Always keep your guard up, even like until you're like back in the material plane. As long as you're in between worlds, you're not safe. So always keep your guard up no matter what.
I will keep that in mind.
That still seems to ring true, as it seems that as you have taken a moment to recollect yourselves, the great chasm that you guys have passed seems to expand, almost as if trying to tempt you back into its great eternal desire to convince more souls to fall into its great depths. The white glow from its bottomless pit starting to reap forward, creating more and more endless shadows that create this false floor that get closer and closer to you. And you know this, if you stay here any longer, you'll be in more danger of falling back into it.
Yeah, let's walk away.
Don't
Let's
like
go.
that. Gotta pick
Yeah.
up the pace a little.
It'll close eventually, so don't worry.
Please, I get tempted by the void every time I get angry.
As you guys carry on through this inky blackness
Slowly
and
walks
separate
away.
yourself,
I still don't like it.
yourself further and further from what was once the Shadowfell and then the in between, you guys find yourself instead find your portal, this portal that you're walking through, come from inky darkness, this unnatural sense of unease, to a feel on your feet that feels familiar. Is anyone not wearing shoes by chance?
Haha. Funny question. I'm always wearing shoes.
I'm
Pretty
wearing-
sure Ari is
Oh.
barefoot.
Oh no.
Pretty sure.
Those, just in case, we'll say those of you that aren't wearing shoes, you guys recognize the very familiar feeling of grass, and not just the same dead grass from the Shadowfell that you've been walking in before. Real, alive, earnest grass. The one that kind of pricks a little bit and makes it itch if you've been walking for a while. The one that feels good to lay down when it's a nice summer breeze. The one that feels at home. The one that feels like you're playing.
Oh, in that
And
case,
as
Ari.
you begin to-
Go on.
Go ahead.
In that case, Ari is just going to open up her arms and fall backwards onto the grass with a happy sigh. Ah,
You are still in the inky darkness.
never mind, not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was like,
like,
Ari
what
like
are you
starts to
doing?
fall back there, he will catch you and drag you along.
I got excited.
Wes.
Almost there, you could collapse in just a minute longer.
As
Where
you
are we?
guys begin to feel this feeling and the sound of your feet crunching on leaves and flowers and grass starts to fill your ears, you eventually begin to see a light, literally, almost as if coming from the end of a tunnel. And as you get closer and closer, marching closer to it, it's almost like you're staring straight at the sun, where everything else around you is just a black wall. And there seems to be this filter where these set of walls end, almost as if this tunnel starts to branch out, and only in front of you is the sun, blindingly white. And as you begin to step through it, trusting that this portal is well-intentioned for you, you step through and find yourself on the outside of a forest.
Oh, thank God.
In front of you is a village. It is old, decrepit, long abandoned. Not one you've seen before, but definitely long abandoned. You see houses that have been given no care for the past hundreds of years. People nowhere in sight. You see cobwebs, abandoned tools, overgrown ferns. The place is in abandon. But you're out. You don't know where you are, but you're out.
Oh,
And as you look
jeez.
behind you to see where you just came from, you see nothing but the infinite forest that you feel like you originally came from in the first place. And you trust that in your gut, that is the forest that you just came from.
Alright, gang, let's never go back in there.
Agreed.
Yeah.
The sun beams down, and it is probably about 4 p.m. It is not exactly truly midday, but the day is getting along. The weather seems to be about the same as when you left, so maybe you weren't gone that long.
Alright. I guess step one from now will be find some semblance of actual civilization so we could figure out how long we've been gone. And, like, ideally sleep in normal beds at an inn with food.
Yeah.
Very well.
Let's go town.
Alright. Guess let's try and navigate our way the heckity out of here.
I
Let
don't
me-
want to be in the woods anymore, and that's coming from me.
Yeah. So map.
Lose all levels in Druid.
Wow.
That's crazy.
What'd you say?
Lose all levels in Druid.
No, God, no, no. I want no. It's not that I don't want nature. I just want a different nature.
You've gained levels in Trickery Cleric with Umbra, I'm sorry.
No.
You should have never come to these woods.
Where?
All right. What is the plan to try and identify where you are?
I got some good old navigation tools with things like compass and map and all that, so I can try and, like, vaguely find out, like, which way we gotta go, knowing vaguely where we were before.
I will bring out kombucha again with the ritual and have him fly around as an owl and look through his eyes for scouting.
Don't hit anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Navigation plus perception for Neri.
Yep.
Perception from kombucha.
Alright.
As
Since he's an owl form, I get to use his owl stats. And I have advantage on checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Wow.
So that's
This was You rolled a 5 and it's still really good.
Yep. That's the power of the double two.
nat 20.
Wow, thank you, Kombucha.
All right. So sending kombucha to the skies. At first, kombucha almost doesn't seem too interested in going out to explore the great unknown. Most or the great forest now that you are out of the great unknown. and it's just like, oh man, but why don't we go play instead? It's so much fun out here.
But we
But
could
ultimately,
play
you managed to
chase.
convince him.
No, I
And
convinced him by saying we're playing tag, right? If we could find whoever gets to the town the fastest wins.
yeah, all right. So you convince him that you're playing tag. He leaves you in the dust. Now, Corin, give me a good reason why he comes back.
I literally look through his eyes, right?
Doesn't
I
that have
looked
a
at
Within
his
a
100 foot
certain
eyes.
radius?
distance.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run the same direction he does. I'm gonna look through his eyes and run along, and then memorize that path.
Oh,
I'm just,
this sure
Corin,
is an
I'm just
Elliot
fucking with.
plan.
I'm just fucking with you, Corin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
No,
would be
no.
really funny if the dog never came back.
It would be hilarious.
Because
Yeah.
to be fair, there's nothing stopping him from flying over the forest, and you lose him.
Yeah.
But he does. But yeah, he flies off. He's like, "Oh boy, a game! Oh boy, a game! Oh boy, a game!" And he disappears off into the distance. Meanwhile, Neri, you pull out your compass, your map, and you're trying to reference where you might be in comparison. Um, ultimately, you think you pinpoint it down to one village that that is on your map, some old town that has long been lost. Probably just another village that was part of this big, great commune of villages that ended up getting destroyed by the curse.
Mhm.
And you just decide that it's probably safest that it's there. After a little while longer, Kombucha eventually comes back and says, "What the heck? Why didn't you follow me?"
I try to follow you, but you're so fast. I can't fight as fast as you can.
You're too slow.
I know.
But ultimately, through the eyes of Kombucha, you were actually able to pinpoint the exact village that you guys originally came from, as well as the original temple, the farm that you came through, the exact route that you took to come through here, and you come to realize that you have made a sharp northern turn to where you had started. So you are, while not on the same path, still able to continue down it to get the same route to RML.
Got
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I'm
And
just
with
gonna
that
relay
combined, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just gonna relay that to everyone.
And when you combine your total efforts, you guys are able to very easily find yourself back on track to carry on your journey.
Yippee.
Is there anything you guys would like to do before you leave this town and head on to RML?
I guess there is something I would like to briefly talk with the gang about, so, alright, pals. Raise your hand if you felt useless during the fight with the, unholy abomination in there.
I actually felt fine.
Matsumoto begrudgingly raises his hand.
Uh-huh.
Ari like does that thing where she shakes, like when you shake your hand side to side, like, eh.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't say I felt useless, but
You felt
I
like you
didn't
didn't
feel
do enough, somehow.
more like I would have been useless if I wasn't,
Yeah. Potato,
er,
potato. But yes, something I did notice, like, felt like all of us were just fighting on our own there, basically, like no one else was around. If we want any chance of surviving all this, we have to work a bit better as a group here, and, I would like to start preparing a little bit more, custom training for y'all to hopefully, get us more on the same page should something like that ever happen again. We're, more prepared and have better ways to deal with something like that.
Aurora just looks at you and she goes, "Are you gonna make us learn team attacks? Is that what this is right now?"
Absolutely.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Oh my god.
Hey, don't underestimate the power of stuff like that. They have saved my life numerous times during the Holy War. That and just, just general trading with, like, your own skills on your own and whatnot. Learning to balance that stuff with your own, even if you aren't doing 2 big merge attacks or whatever. See, shit like that is what made me survive the Holy War with my comrades.
You survived the Holy War with team attacks?
Nah, just one part of it. I'm talking more like general collaboration, working together as a team or a community. Can you
Okay,
believe
that I
what-
could get behind,
Yeah.
but there's no way you're gonna make me strike a pose and then also make me do like flashy attacks that make me look stupid.
No, it's nothing like that. My brand of attacks like that are a bit more to the point. Don't worry. Time wasted saying out some name or pose is time you could be using to tear your enemy an entire new one.
Maybe.
All right. So, what do you recommend for these team attacks?
I'd like to give it some more thought, but I would like you guys to think on it and maybe tell me a bit more like what your preferred modus operandi in battles are, so I know a bit more about like what I could do to better prepare you all. I've trained many soldiers before, so I have some faith in my abilities to whip us a bit more into shape. Also, just things like what do you think you lack in combat and all that, or even just in general, so I could help you get better.
Very well. I shall keep it in mind.
So just let me know maybe a day or two after we get to Armal, and I can start cooking something up.
All right. Nobody else got anything else to say?
Yep.
Rug.
Rug?
Rug.
Drug?
Tapestries?
No,
Yeah.
shrug, not rug.
Wait,
No.
I didn't give you drugs. Did I give you drugs?
No.
Did I give you drugs in this game?
No, that was last universe. You should give us some
Yeah,
more.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I haven't given you drugs in this game yet.
It's a matter of when.
Yeah.
You do have those. You do have those potions.
We
You
did-
do
no,
have those
Red has
potions
those
that are.
potions.
Red has
Red has.
them.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
He's gonna eat all of them, so we can't let him
I
read the ending.
still have them saved too.
Good.
One day.
No one's been brave enough to take a sip from them to figure out what they are.
I mean,
All right.
We don't have access to them right now.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll get you more mysterious potions as to drink.
yup.
All right. So you guys are now out of the forest. You are down a donkey, down a cart, but you are not down a horse.
Good horse.
It is only one horse, though. So unfortunately, you guys aren't going to be able to move as quickly as you used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
I need to learn Phantom Steed.
Actually.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Good horse.
Wow.
You can always cast the Find Steed spell.
yes.
Hell yeah.
Who is your steed? What does a steed look like?
What's your steed?
My steed is a large war horse of, I'm going to say, Fey origin.
I'm disappointed it's not a Kelpie.
Deal with it.
That's funny.
No, the Kelpie would murder all of you. That's
Yeah.
probably a good thing.
But it would be funny.
It would be very funny. It actually, he did say war horse of a Fey variety. That could be a Kelpie.
Yeah, like, they are Fey horses. Then they play
not-
good in war.
Hey, if my magic ends up corrupt, that's not my fault.
That looks kind of fun. Should I?
Should you run?
While I was in the Shadowfell, I learned something.
You learned to find a steed?
Not quite, but. And then I'm gonna go call down Kombucha. Watch this.
Oh no.
No.
I'm gonna go cast Polymorph
Oh no.
and
Oh my
transform him
god.
into a horse.
No, my fucking god.
Do I add this to the abuse counter? I don't know.
Not yet, but it will get there
I'll
when
keep it.
polymorph wears off
I'll
in
keep it
about
on-
an hour.
I'll keep it on standby. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Because then she'll go from sitting on a horse to sitting on an owl.
Wish.
Yeah, you're great at keeping track of time. You have a great sense of time.
But you know
Yeah,
what?
no, I
That's a good point. That's a good point. All right, so let's go back. First, why don't you describe to us what your horse looks like, Montemor? This is the first time we're seeing your pure image, almost spirit, like you're part of your spirit, coming out in the form of a rideable animal. So describe what it looks like to us.
It forms itself very large and muscular, with a bit of a noble, bright mane. It has a bluish yellow hue, like a mixture of blues and yellows, while the mane represents, like mimics the pinkish hue of Montemor's hair. Ignoring the fact that it seems to have like almost gills on its neck or like fins near its hooves. Don't know why that's there. But it stands proud and majestic, like it's not taking any shit.
I think Missile has a competitor.
Yeah. Hey, Missile, you don't need any magic to be special. I love you the way you are, and I'm very proud.
Missile on the inside thinking, bitch, I am magic.
Yeah.
So after you have seen this mighty steed, Elia, you decided on your own that you would turn Kombucha into a horse. So what does Kombucha look like as a horse?
Give me one moment, because I just need to double check the CR rating to see what type of horse he could transform into.
I think most horses are under CR7, Corn.
I know, but it focuses on the creature's CR, not my CR.
Oh. That is
and
true.
this,
Are you guys level?
Yeah.
Are you guys level 7?
I'm level 7. You leveled us up to level 7, right? You sure did.
I forgot that. I forgot that I did.
You did.
You did?
you know what, Julian? If it's towards a willing creature, would you waive the CR rule and use my CR instead for polymorph?
No.
No, that you're not understanding what I'm asking. So basically, what it's saying is, basically, hold on.
Oh,
new
you're talking about polymorph
Did
says that you can change it into a creature with equal or lesser power rating.
Yeah,
Does
then the
Kombucha have a
target.
CR of 0?
Yeah,
technically.
I will let you be able to turn it into a CR 1 if it is below CR 1.
Okay. Yeah, it's just a golden maned horse. It's kind of boring because Elia is not very creative when it comes to turning into crazy stuff. It's just a simple, good old war horse.
Everyone's going with war horses. Nobody wants a racing horse?
Oh wait, you are right. I forgot racing horses exist. Can I do that?
Yeah. I figured you would
No.
definitely be the type to want a fast
Yeah, no,
horse, not a
she's
strong horse.
absolutely. I just didn't see the racing horse in the CR. That's why.
I get why Montemore wants a war horse, but you, come on.
How
No, I
fast
just
is a
didn't-
racehorse?
I think 50 feet per second or 50 feet per
War
second.
horses have 60, buddy.
I mean, let's look it up. Racing horse IV. $60 feet. That's a riding horse. Racing horse. Or is racing horse homebrew?
Does racing horse not
It's
exist?
only riding horse.
It might be riding horse.
Yeah.
I remember there being a racing horse though, where you could have like a horse that was like 70 speed.
Wowzers.
You want to just homebrew that?
Yeah, sure. You can have a 70 speed horse.
Hell yeah.
I'll let you have it because in about 60 more minutes you'll be sitting on an owl. Which
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on a golden horse that looks a little like that. Also, really nice drawing, Sasha.
So
and by
I have to ask. A riding horse, 2 war horses, and yet Ari, you haven't said anything about how you plan to travel. Have you been a giant eagle this entire time?
Probably, yeah. I don't see why not.
Turn into horse.
I use another wild shape.
Yeah.
You've been spending this entire time walking through the great abyss, waddling on your little your little eagle talons.
Hey.
What about Aurora?
Me chicken.
Aurora can fly. To be
Yeah.
fair.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, yeah, you weren't there when she transformed, so I don't think Montemore knows.
Yeah, you were a fish then.
And also, it happened in oh no, Montemore was there. The whole reason, or not Montemore, Red was there. The whole reason you went in was to rescue Elia, and so everybody else went in while Elia left.
Yep.
So yeah, Red knows that she's an ASMR.
The act of the devil. Oh.
And to be fair, I think she'd probably just be like, "Let me ride on missile."
Yeah. I'm
So I
a
don't think
small
she would
guy,
wanna-
so I can't.
Because to be fair, she would also de-transform after like 10 minutes, so she wouldn't even get as far as
the
kombucha.
horse. Yeah.
Kombuchers. All right. Well, look at this. A whole team of conjured and missile.
Yep.
The OG
We love
conjured
missile.
conjured steeds.
By the way, Elia, I'm probably gonna turn back before kombucha does, so you should probably use that as your timer.
Oh, I know the time of my spells. Don't worry. I have a very good sense.
Concentration check.
You're
Yeah,
from
one
the
second.
Wild Card. Do you really think you have that great of a perception of time?
7. You have already forgotten how long it has been. Well, I'm not
Hey, I
already,
am a
but
time mage. I
you'll
argue
forget
that
very
I should
quickly.
know. I am a time mage. I argue that I should know slightly better.
To be fair, you control time. That doesn't necessarily mean you know what time it is.
That's fair.
So I literally wouldn't question you on it, except for the fact that you literally have an animal abuse counter.
That's crazy.
And it's just funny to keep adding numbers to it.
Yep.
That's insane.
He's gotta go.
So yeah, if you want to write it off, that's fine. But I think it'd be funny if you crushed your owl again.
It would be
It
pretty
would
funny.
be funny.
All right. So after about 30 minutes, where your travel begins, Ari turns back into turns back into a human, and probably joins on Montemore's steed. And then when Elia ultimately can no longer ride horse, Elia, I don't know what your plan is.
Polymorph times two. Wait, how many spell slots do I have?
You
Give me
can't.
one.
You can't polymorph. It is a 5-hour ride. You are not gonna reach there in time.
All right, hold on. I'm about to use fly then.
Actually, wait, hold on. You guys are right here, and it took you guys. Technically, it should take you longer. Whatever. Yeah, we'll say 5 hours.
Yep.
Oh wait, yeah, it is up to 1 hour. Ari,
Yeah,
can you transform into a horse?
I can, but then I won't be able to do anything else for the rest of the day.
I'll give
I
you
mean-
hugs.
I've always wanted to see if I could turn into like smaller stuff, but like, and I don't mean the horse. I just mean whatever. I mean outside of. Also, I do like hugs, but like, what if we run into something dangerous?
I'll
Yeah.
protect us. And then we have kombucha flying around, and then he could scout out.
Oh, you didn't squish him? That's good.
Yeah, no, he's fine.
That's good, at least.
All right, I'll turn into a horse for you.
Yay.
And Ari will wild shape into horse. Racing.
Incredible. All right. I'm not gonna make us question how you get there any longer after
Yep.
this. So as the sun begins to set into the evening, as it sets into the west, can anybody confirm that? Does the sun set to the west?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying that, like, as in, like, this world might have a different sunset direction.
I
Yeah.
mean, it might.
It sets in the south. Fuck you.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, as the sun, you know what? I'm leaving it ambiguous. Decide your own reality. It's as the sun begins to set into the distance, and the stars begin to slowly dot the sky. As your horses begin to grow tired from the long trot, and your spells begin to slowly and eventually wear off, you find yourself standing at the edge of a kingdom. You see it far in the distance, long before you arrive. A castle that stands high, that almost goes high enough to pierce the clouds, standing on a mountain that that seems to slide down almost like a spiral staircase, creating this illusion of a rise to power. And as you begin to get closer, you guys recognize this as this continent's capital, the Kingdom of Aramel. This city was once renowned for its beautiful spectacles, the endless possibilities, the bard colleges, the famous art, the unparalleled blacksmiths, the arts, the arts, the crafts, the Adventurers Guild. There's just so much here that originated here in Aramel, in the Kingdom of the Dwarves. And as you begin to get closer to this beacon of history, you see more and more how it has become less and less of a staple of how the mortals have survived. It's the different wings of the castle have fallen onto the city below, crushing thousands who possibly used to live there, demolishing infrastructure everywhere. The walls around the city have crumbled into the moat below. You see almost scars from fires and battles long before, all infamously recorded from the God War that happened almost 100 years ago. And as you ride closer and closer, you see the once again familiar sight of hundreds of thousands of tents lined outside of the castle gates, where it seems that people are constantly struggling to find food, shelter, work, anything it takes to survive in this horrible environment. And this does not come as a surprise to you if you have known the history of RML as of late, where this capital has slowly become a collapsing environment, where ever since the king fell asleep, there has been no true leader. The prince has tried to restore this place to its former glory, trying to get its people to work together, but ultimately he has proven that he is not yet ready to lead its people. As you
He's
ride into the...
Babby.
What's up?
Isn't he like a babby, like little guy in terms of age?
He is 19.
That is a little guy.
That's Ari's age.
That's weird.
Yup.
And as you guys ride through the village on your horses, whether you choose to remain mounted or dismount, you guys hear people shouting, bells ringing, people trying to toll to tell that there's food to be gathered or that there's things to be done. The town, despite its destroyed state of literally just being tents all over the place, seems to be trying to keep its community together, whether in desperate attempt to keep each other alive, or maybe the fact that somebody has stepped up to keep this place alive. Be it the prince, maybe his general, or maybe just someone else has taken charge as of late. It seems this town is desperately trying to survive. You have arrived in the city of Armel. Right now, you are in what is considered the Commons area, the new Commons area. It's this vast sea of tents from everywhere that you can see. You can see commune tents where people are living and sleeping together. You see tents where people are handing out soup and bread, just trying to keep people fed. There are people at workstations in areas where they seem to be trying to forge old weapons that have been destroyed by the black rot, turning them into useless artifacts, or trying to restore them to their former glory. You see even some magicians running around trying to perform miracles, some healers trying to get people back on their feet. But ultimately, it seems like there's so much going on that there's little effort to try and contribute to something. In the distance, you can see beyond this commune that there are a set of guards standing guard at the drawbridge that would normally lead into the main city, where there seems to be a small crowd gathering together and shouting towards these guards that are trying to keep people from coming in. And it seems like there may be a bit of trouble with that coming soon. But it is a little late. You guys are exhausted. You guys have been spending a lot of time in this cursed forest. Is that what you want to investigate now? Or do you guys want to take a break while you have a chance in the middle of the night? Regardless, it's up to you.
I imagine the shouting and
nose
all
up
that
to
would
you.
probably be died down by tomorrow morning after a long rest, so you guys are
I
free
still
to...
think
Oh, God.
I think we should secure some rooms first.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try and find a spot for the night, then I'll at least head out to investigate whatever's going on over there.
All right. Gonna look for a place to stay. Are you guys gonna try and enter the city, or are you guys gonna find a place in the commune?
Given the fact that apparently people are getting into the city, it's probably best to find a place out here to start.
Yeah.
That seems like a reasonable take.
Yep.
All right. There are quite a few places to try and set up. It doesn't look like there is much governing for setting up your own tent if you are capable of doing so. If not, there are places that seem to be offering shelter in trade for gold or services. Just any kind of people, mostly people who are working here and trying to keep the place together, are reserved a room. But of course, there are plenty of people coming in and out, so you are able to buy not necessarily a room, but really just like a cot and a bedside table.
Is there anyone offering like tent and tent supplies?
There are plenty of like solo stands where they seem to be cobbling together freshly knitted or not knitted but like stitched tent supplies. So you can find bedrolls, pillows, tents, blankets, anything you need. They've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 size, 4 people size tents available.
Montemore's gonna gesture towards that, be like, I, for one, would be more comfortable in my own space. If you would like to join me, that is fine.
That sounds like a good idea. I already have my own tent, so I can just pitch it when we're done. Mine has enough space for 2 people, including myself.
I
You
got my
guys
own
also-
tent, but I'm kind of lazy.
Wow.
You guys also do have a magical tent.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Stars!
I want to get a spell. I recently learned of a spell that would give us a nice place to stay, but it's expensive.
You're not gonna turn kombucha into a house, are you?
No! It's a spell called Tiny Hut. I've been keeping an eye on it since I started traveling, but it's always so much money.
Yeah, you
How
just
long does
got-
it last for?
If I remember correctly, it lasts for 8 hours.
It's enough to
Save
last
your
the
magic.
night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just got alarm and we're kind of pressed on gold right now, so it might be better to try that later when we're a bit better off.
Elliot, how
Yeah.
big is your tent?
Enough for me and kombucha and a bit more.
I still have my thing I was saving for a special occasion.
Thing.
Yeah, continue saving that for a special occasion, I think.
Yeah.
If it's something that'll draw attention to us, probably save it for another time.
It certainly would.
I'm gonna go buy a tent and a few supplies. Find a place to set up.
Alright.
Alright, how much is a tent and camping supplies gonna be?
Well, it depends. What size tent do you want?
Well, it sounds like we have enough for Neri, Elia, Kombucha, and one
Actually,
other.
wait.
So I'll get a
I can-
two-person size tent.
I can actually simplify this.
Okay.
It is so the size of the tent basically just increases the cost by 1 gold. So a 1-person tent is 1 gold, 2-person tent is 2 gold, 3-person tent is 3 gold,
Okay.
and so on.
Yeah.
Two-person tent.
All right, 2 gold.
2 gold, and then just supplies.
What supplies are you interested in getting?
Basic like sleeping bag and or blanket pillow adjacent. Something to make a small little fire in.
Let me pull up the equipment page, but I'm pretty sure that is not super expensive. I'm pretty
Should
sure a flint and steel is like literally a copper.
Yeah, in the 2024 tinderbox is 5 silver pieces and a bedroll is 1 gold.
Cool. And I don't think
Yeah,
we
that's
need
pretty
anything
good.
else. We have not been paying attention to rations, so
Yeah.
I have some already. Oh, I have a
Uh,
bedroll. I don't need it.
For right now,
I have-
I guess
I have a
just
tinderbox.
like each of you remove like 3 rations from your inventory.
Oh, I shouldn't have said anything.
Shouldn't have said anything.
Shouldn't have said anything.
That's crazy.
And I'll remove 3 horse foods for missile.
3 horse foods.
Yeah.
All right, I realized in my inventory I already have a bedroll and tinderbox, so never mind on that. I'll just spend the money on the tent.
Sounds good.
I actually have Explorer's tent, which comes with a kit comes with the tent, honestly. So I don't think I need to buy it.
Yeah, while we're doing some shopping as well, could I have a,
Oh, wait,
a
I do
nice
not. That's a lie and a half. Sorry.
wow. Yeah, can I
I
buy
need
a good old quarterstaff somewhere? I have unlocked the power of Shillelagh.
Welcome to Shillelagh.
Melee Nary is now online, be afraid.
Sure, I'm fine with you having shillelagh on any weapon, so long as the weapon is wooden. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a quarterstaff.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the inscription says quarterstaff or club.
It does, and I think that's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I think the requisite should just be that it's a wooden weapon.
Well, I don't have any wooden weapons at the moment. I have my pike, which I assume is very metal, and my falchion, which I also assume is very metal as a sword.
Correct. So yeah, if you want to get a quarterstaff, that could be arranged. I'm just offering in case you want like a, I don't know, like a wooden sword or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my quarterstaff. He didn't mean it.
For the spice,
Did you guys
maybe.
find a good spot to set up?
I assume it's not. That would be pretty easy to find. But yeah, would a spear be eligible for shillelagh, you think?
Yes.
Alright, I'll get a spear.
Wooden spear acquired. Let me get you spear cost. Wooden weapons actually probably would be very popular in this area because of the black rot killing weapons.
Yeah. Maybe there's
So
little
you would actually
inflation.
probably be able to get it very easily. So we'll say that you can actually probably get a wooden spear for 5 silver.
That is not bad at all. I'll take that.
Any other shopping for you folks?
Not the moment.
Pretty sure I'm
I
set.
mean, can I window shop?
Hell
You
yeah.
can, but I'll go ahead and tell you right now that there's not going to be any magical items in this area.
What about scrolls?
Scrolls are not going to be here because they're magical items.
Gosh darn it.
So-
Well,
Yeah.
actually, you know what? Scrolls are a little probable, so I will roll.
Is it time for highs, lows, or mids?
This is going to be a highs or lows because it's going to be your percentile dice. So would you prefer a lower percentile or a higher percentile?
I prefer a lower today.
Okay. Okie doke. I don't know what to do with this information. I was prepared for an extremity on both sides, not a literal 50.
Oh.
There's
I
one
guess in that
struggle.
case,
One single.
there's
Yeah,
there's like one person with like 2 scrolls tucked under their arm, and they seem to be like running past because like nobody seems to be interested, so they're kind of just like, oh, I don't know what to do with these.
Oh, I'll take a look at them. I like spells.
You like spells?
Yeah, I'm a wizard.
A wizard?
Yeah.
In modern day?
Huh?
Oh my goodness. I thought I'd never meet another one.
Yeah.
This is incredible. Well, hold on. The DM needs to generate some spells really quick to see what is available on the table.
Oh yeah, while shopping, by the way, while you're setting that up, Montemore would like to ask around, like, hey, what are some current events in the area? We've been traveling for a while and need to be caught up.
What day is it?
I didn't want to ask that out directly, but mildly fishing for, like, the current date.
In the year of our...
Gods.
Don't say that.
Yeah, what? Why don't you roll me a general charisma check to see what you're able to kind of coerce out of the people about what recent events have been.
We love charisma.
14.
All right, Corin. So this guy, he's like, yes, please have a look at my spells, and he holds them up. And you know that, well, he'll tell you, I mean, you don't need to know, but like he'll tell you that one is for the infamous spell that any wizard or thief should know if they plan on getting into the magic business. Mage Hand.
Wow.
And then the other one, confuse your enemies, confuse your allies, confuse generally everybody, because everything is going to look really weird when you cast hallucinatory terrain.
I already know Mage Hand.
But hallucinatory terrain.
But yeah, that looks like a interesting spell. How much is it?
Great. Let me pull up the pricing for a 5th level or 4th level spell.
Yippee!
That'll be 750 gold.
Elia puts her hands in her pockets. I don't have 750 gold, but I got this lint that looks like a cloud.
And he'll take the lint, tucking the scrolls underneath his arm, and he'll look at it. No, I don't think this looks like a cloud at all. I would have considered if it actually did, and he'll hand you the lint back.
Yeah,
But you know what?
up.
That's not even worth a copper.
Oh well, maybe some other day.
Should have rolled for lint.
He rolled for lint.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it up for
Right.
Lint.
Yeah,
All
maybe
right.
some other day then.
I threw it back for lint.
Wow. Wait, what the monster were doing?
Asking questions about current events.
Can someone roll me a 1d100?
I got you since I haven't done anything.
Fine.
Yeah, you better be okay with it.
Yeah.
Yo,
Okay.
that's 1t1 right
11.
All right. So, with a 14, you are able to get a very baseline sort of idea as to what has happened as of late since the time you've been gone. You can tell that since you've been gone, it's been maybe like 3 days.
there. That's not bad.
Doesn't seem like there's been a lot that's gone on. And you can tell mainly because the stories from your own escapades back at Port Haven have now reached Aramel, and people are talking about the fact that there was a explosion in one of the houses that caused the guards to riot against a group of people that were there.
Wow.
Hmm.
Strange people.
Hmm.
That's not only that you heard. That's not the only thing you hear. You hear rumors. I won't say that they're actually true because no one here seems to be talking about positives. Even your own story about the explosion that you guys know you were in seemed to be in uncertainty. But you hear stories that the giants up in the mountains have finally opened their caves, and some of them are starting to leave.
Oh, dang.
Which is huge news because they've been trapped in there for literally 80 years.
Is that good or bad news?
Depends on the kind of person you are. If you were the kind of person who think that the gods are going to come back for a second wave, this is probably terrifying for you. If you think that the giants should put away their super ultra religious beliefs and, try and be one with society again, that's probably awesome news.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends.
I have mixed feelings.
Because some people believe, very extreme people believe that the only reasons that the gods didn't purge the purge the planet is because the giants dedicated themselves to praying for forgiveness. So that is a take. Aside from that, you've heard stories about how this one actually is probably more a definitive story because you are here, actually, is that the prince has ultimately stepped down for the meantime and left Aramel and left his general in command. So the person who is currently running the city is the general of the army of Aramel.
Who's that guy's name?
God fucking damn it! You're gonna have to make me pull it up.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Julian.
I gotta go find my fucking NPC notes. What the fuck? Why is it pulling up Camarilla notes?
That's funny.
Wrong game.
There we go. Important NPCs against all odds. Thank fucking Christ. All right. General Welson Rotmith. The active head of the
Welson
Dwarven military.
Rotmith?
Welson Rotmith. Rotmite. Sorry. I said Rotmith, but it's Rotmite. I'll post that here.
All right.
Into the notes.
And yeah, I'll say one more funny rumor.
Ooh.
I'm gonna roll one.
I heard it's this rabbit creature that's going around committing crime sprees.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? I was gonna say I'm gonna roll to see what major event happens next, but I'm just gonna give you both. So, in the distant seaboard city where the merfolk reside, where they've been trapped underwater, they claim to have seen sights of the floating city, the city that floats on the water in the far distance.
That's not ominous.
And in the southern part of the world, they have made claims in the deserts that they have seen mounds of sand moving on their own. So those have been some recent events that have happened while you were gone.
Well, I'm glad we're not going to the desert library.
Sketch, you writing that down?
Yes, right now.
Thank you.
Mulgara's cannon.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bum, 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 bum,
Look,
bum.
all I'm saying is if there is a burrowing desert boss you're teasing right now, you gotta play the music if we come across it.
I know.
Yep.
All right. With that, Mondemore's gonna, if they haven't already found a spot, find a spot like kind of on the edge of the camp to set up his tent. Take off his armor, settle down, make a fire, light some incense inside his tent.
Sky, grass.
Yeah, I'll get some food cooking in a bit. I'm gonna check out what's going on by the city entrance if anyone wants to join me before we wind down.
I guess I could come.
Alright. Anyone else?
Okay. Here
Alright.
you go.
Are
It's
you
up.
sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you sure?
Are you okay? You look tired.
I mean, Shadowfell had a lot on me. I was stuck in that weird form for a bit. I had weird claws. And Oh,
Oh.
yeah, I need to talk to you guys at some point.
Yeah, we could talk once we're all winding down. I'll let you know what's going on over there. You should probably take it easy for a minute, Saves.
Well,
be
if you
staying here.
insist.
I don't wish to disturb a restful night's sleep with rumors and chaos of the people.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I'll head to the city gates to do a listen with Elia.
All right. So, all right. Sorry. So the party's splitting. One half wants to go to the gates. What is the other half doing?
The other half is just vibing, yo.
Staying at our
Okay.
camp.
Yeah.
All right. So who's going to the gates?
That's
Me.
me and Elia.
Okay. All right. I suppose for the two taking downtime, are you guys wanting to do anything while you're chilling, or are you guys just taking a little breaksy?
Montemore's doing some praying.
I've never
Gotcha,
been
gotcha.
prayed to before.
He's
Well, you can
recanting
always
his
start a cult.
experiences. True. Montemore's recanting his experiences to the goddess of the natural order, or the god. I don't remember if it's a god or goddess.
If your goddess is literally Terra, it's a goddess.
Right. I don't know. Anyway, he's recanting the things he's been through in the Shadowfell and whatnot, appreciating them for whatever help and guidance he had received back then, and just wondering if there's any more, like, a path he should take going forward.
Very nice. For funsies, roll a 1d100 in private, if you would, please.
Sure.
That's a pretty good roll. We'll see if I do anything with that.
Okay.
All right. All right, sweet. I guess in that case, let's go to Neri and Elia. You guys are approaching the God, what's it called? Drawbridge. Yes, words. Actually, you know what? It's not a drawbridge because I had this map put in place for it, and it's not a drawbridge. It's just an actual bridge. So it's just a regular bridge, despite literally the imagery I just gave you.
Nice.
Here you go. There's a bridge.
That sure is a bridge.
Yep, bridge.
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 So as you guys go up to this bridge, you don't need to put your tokens down. There's not going to be anything that happens here unless
Elia.
Elia.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no, it's the werehog.
No, we gotta put our
Oh
tokens down.
no!
Elia, you jump in the
I
water.
actually lost my Elia token. Hold on.
Flash.
You jump into the water, and the second you do, you get eaten by piranhas.
Ooh, that sucks.
That really sucks.
Yeah.
And yes, I know that piranhas only eat dead skin, but you're Fae, and so that basically to them is like dead skin, so they eat you whole.
Yeah.
Oh.
It'd be like that, honestly.
But in actuality, as you go up to this bridge, you see a crowd of maybe like 7-8 people gathering around where there seems to be 2 guards trying to keep these people back. They're making screams of like, we should be allowed into the city. We should go back to our homes. Things along those lines. You kind of get the vibe from what they're screaming, that they want to go back home to gather their belongings or gather their loved ones. It seems that recently there has been something that has happened that has caused people to have to evacuate the city. And you can kind of hear that from the guards. It's like, no, it's not safe right now. We can't let you in.
Sorry, my
Hello,
Wi-Fi.
welcome back.
Welcome back.
What do you need to know? What do you need to know? What'd you miss?
I missed, we need to get back to our homes, and that's when you cut out.
Okay. So this crowd is saying, we need to get back to our homes. We need to grab our stuff. You can kind of get the gist that these people want to return home because a recent tragedy has just happened. These guards don't want to let them in. That's proven by the fact that they say it's not safe for you to enter right now.
What's happening over there right now?
That's something.
It's kind of hard for you to break through the crowd. The crowd seems very interested in trying to berate the guard rather than speak with you. However, a small group who seems to be gathered on the outside of the bridge and kind of keeping themselves watching this happen notice you ask that question, and they seem like they might be more willing to speak to you if you are curious about it.
Yeah, I am curious. I'll go up and speak to him.
All right. Let's see. Who do you approach? Let's roll the race wheel.
I hope you roll dinosaur.
That would be really funny. It's still on there. It's like a 0.01 chance.
Yeah.
Is Werehog on there? Can you add Werehog?
I will not add Werehog.
Oh man.
Coward.
What gargoyle?
All right. So you were speaking to. Let's see. All right. Roll a 1d5 /R1d5. Sweet. All right. So you're talking to a half-orc woman.
Oh, okay.
She has blue skin, tusk hanging out of her mouth, and she seems to be super fixated on the fight that seems to be going on. And as you approach her, she looks down and she says, "Oh, you probably don't want to go over there. They're gonna have some trouble soon, I think."
Yeah, what's
What's-
happened in the city anyways? Seems like they said something about it being unsafe.
Something seems to have broken in, and something big, by the sounds of it. Apparently, in the middle district, a lot of people got attacked by something big, and a lot of people died.
Oh, Christ.
See, people are starting to suspect that there's a monster outbreak in the sewer system.
Yeah, that'll do it. Correct me if I'm wrong, since it's been a while since I've been in this city. The train station's in the inner city, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Christ.
And now that the train can't run because, well, the guards have shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
They're still sending in shipments every now and then to try and get it out to where they need to go, but you can only really get there with God access.
Dang. Yeah, any idea from what the rumors, like, what kind of creature this thing might
Yeah.
be, or?
I have heard so many tales. You might need to speak with a god to get a better idea. You guys look like you're equipped. You might be able to get something real out of them. I've heard crazy stories about shadow monsters. I've heard things about like a hydra. I've heard things about a dragon. How does a dragon even survive in the sewers?
Yeah, that sounds a little bit too crazy.
They like hoarding gold, not shit. It didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me go see if I could get a response from them. And then Elia is gonna go out, and then hold on, I need to look up what a spell does.
Oh, yeah.
If I cast chromatic orb into the air, mostly to cause a
Hell
firework,
yeah.
it's
Are
not
you-
gonna hurt anyone.
Are you
I'm gonna
saying
toss
so
it into
loud?
the air. Yeah, it's just essentially toss it into air, so when it falls down, it completely dissipates. So it's like a loud firework, basically.
I have other options. That seems dangerous at best.
I mean, yeah, you could do it if you'd like.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do that without saying anything. I'm gonna use lightning to create the loud crackle of, or thunder. Actually, thunder would be good. I'm gonna create a chromatic orb, toss it
Yeah,
up into
imagine
the
like
air.
you as you do this, like Mary's in the middle, like talking with the half orc, like, okay, yeah, so like Hydra, like how did that get in the sea? Oh, what the hell?
Boom.
So you shoot up this orb. This literal, almost like clear orb that seems to create ripples in reality as sound is condensed into a hardened ball, and it's shot up into the sky and released with a powerful explosion. And as it rings through the area, all around, people begin to scream and panic as this loud explosion fills the area. The people who were at the gates turn around in shock and awe, looking to see what's happened. The thousands of people that are in tents start to look around, trying to look around. The people who were surrounding saw you cast this spell and immediately start to rear back. And the guards, looking for someone to accuse, ultimately find themselves staring at you.
Yeah, I was trying to ask a question, and then no one could understand what's happening in there.
Elia, what the fuck?
The guards are going to walk over, pushing through the people, who immediately disperse after this scene of seriousness. And one of them is going to grab you by the shirt and lift you up and say, "What are you doing?"
Trying to get your attention. And what? This is unnecessary.
Jesus, that's
You've got my fucking attention. Do you want to tell me why you're trying to scare the living shit out of thousands of civilians?
I'd quite like to know that answer as well.
Because no one would tell me what was really going on. The people out there couldn't fully answer me, so I thought this would be the best way to get your attention.
Jesus.
Well, great. You've got our attention. Now you can turn around while I put these cuffs on you.
Wait, why?
You're under arrest for disturbing the peace.
I didn't do anything.
You did, Elia. What the heck?
So, Elia, this cop is going to forcefully turn you around and try and handcuff you. Would you like to resist, or are you going to accept your fate?
I am gonna go literally use Misty Step to teleport out, then run the fuck away.
All right. Yeah, with Misty Step, you are unchallenged, very much so.
Yeah.
And as you disappear, the clutches of this guard immediately falling loose. Where do you disappear into?
I'm gonna run into an
You
alleyway.
do have the moat. You do have the entrance to the city. You do have the crowd of people behind you. Plenty of tents. Like, where do you go?
I'm gonna go run into the alleyway. Is there like any alleyway?
An alleyway?
Alleyway of tents.
Yeah, or like disappear behind a building.
There are no structural buildings except past the gate, and that's far too far to teleport.
Anything that can fully obscure me.
Your best bet is to try and teleport into the crowd and disappear into it.
Yes, I'm gonna teleport into the crowd and then use disguise self to change my appearance.
All right.
I have a question as well. As all this is going on, can I roll perception to try and notice Elia trying to skedaddle?
Yes, actually, because Elia is going to have to make a perception check against these guards.
Or do you mean stealth?
A stealth check, yeah, sorry. Let me pull up a guard stat block. I didn't think I'd have to fucking use this. I was literally like, yeah, I won't fucking need it.
Uh-oh.
Get spotted, idiot.
Yeah. You know what? Screw this. I'm gonna, that's not
Oh,
good.
they rolled a 1.
This is not good. I'm gonna be re-rolling. I'm gonna use my, trait, whatchamacallit.
Your
It's this
inspiration.
Not my inspiration. I have other shit.
Show
This
us.
one. Hold on, I need to pull it up. Where the fuck is it?
Honestly, I
this is
kind of want you to keep this roll just because there's something that's really funny that's about to happen.
Yeah, all right, you know what? Sure, I'll let you do your
No, it's you're right. It's you would literally still get caught, but there's one of the guards rolled a 2. So basically in this alternate reality that I imagine is like you teleport, the guard that was standing beside watching you get arrested goes, "Oh my god, where'd you go?" And he starts looking around, he like checks in the moat, and the other guy's like, "She's right there." Anyways, yeah, feel free to reroll.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You should have.
Yeah.
Even better.
So, inspiration now?
Hold on. Yeah. Man, I can't believe I'm using my inspiration for this.
Oh
You
no!
reap
No,
what you
where's she? Oh, she's
sow.
right there.
Oh, she's right there. You could just take it.
I could.
All right.
I don't want to get caught though.
Do you?
All right. Are you satisfied with your 14, or are you going to try and
I
reroll some
can't do
more, Mr.
anything
Stone
else. I
Mage?
literally used up everything.
All right. So yeah, it literally rolls out exactly how I displayed it. Is the one guy is like, "Where'd she go?" And he starts looking around frantically. The other guard smacks the other guard in the head, making his helmet ring, and and he gestures in the direction that you just teleported, and you know that you have been seen.
Gosh darn it.
I will say you can cast Disguise Self as well, and change your form, but they will know that you are transformed because of a roll this bad. Not as bad, but like because you failed.
I'm not going to use Disguise Self then. I'm just going to use a different spell. I'm just blowing through everything.
All right.
I have something I'd like to do first,
invisibility.
though.
I got invisibility.
Yeah. Do I get to do something since Elliot kind of already took an action? I have something I want to try to do.
If you would like to take an action, sure. I was also just gonna progress because I mean you'll see, but like yeah, if you want to take an action, go ahead.
Yeah, because I think I might try and stop her a bit, because this is not kosher. Because I'm gonna need a wisdom save, as Neri will cast Hold Person if you're within range.
Alright, I'll try a wisdom save. Yeah.
Oh wow, by 1.
Yeah.
Now you succeed.
Yeah.
Use your inspiration to make her roll with disadvantage. No, we rolled against that.
No.
Did we?
Yeah.
Did we roll against that?
Against
I think you
enemies,
said you can use it for anything, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hanging on to mine.
Yeah, this would be a silly use of it. And so
I will use my inspiration.
From afar.
All right. So Elia, you feel this overwhelming like shock run through your body as you feel this overwhelming urge for your body to lock up, but you know this feeling from before, and you know what sense to kind of think of, almost because you've felt this magic from somebody that you know before, and you are almost familiar with how to navigate it and are able to withstand the hold person that is about to take you over, and you disappear into the crowd. And as this happens, the guard that was going to arrest you just grabs the shoulder of the other guard, gestures in Elia's direction, and says, "Go get her. If she gets away, I don't even care at this point." And the other guard is going to run in the direction after Elia to try and make pursuit. Ultimately leaving this guard who would try to arrest her alone with Neri.
God damn.
Thank you for attempting to help us.
Yeah. If I must, I do have another spell that could help, but trying to be a bit conservative for today, since you said there was a monster in the city? Or at least that's what I've been hearing.
Yes, that is correct. We don't have time to too much time to deal with people doing weird shit like this.
Yeah.
We don't even have a place to hold her. So to be honest, even if he catches her, the best I can do is give her a smack on the wrist and put her in a tent for the night and give her free housing, essentially.
Unfortunately, I was traveling with her, so I'll take to giving her a scolding later to make sure this doesn't happen again myself.
And he kind of just like takes off his helmet, and underneath you can see the visage of a race wheel.
Dinosaur, 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 dinosaur.
Werehog.
You see the visage of a
Dinosaur.
of a green-skinned orc.
Ooh, full orc.
Full orc, not even half orc, full orc. And he runs his hand over the bridge of his nose. You can tell that he's exhausted. You can see bags under his eyes and that he's been run through the works. I've had so much trouble trying to keep these people together, trying to keep them from not trying to literally get themselves killed. And now people are out here committing faux domestic terrorism to try and get my attention. I'm just so exhausted.
Yeah, man. You might not believe we've God, I've been there too. Sometimes it just feels like it's been like herding cats at this point. Like,
Ari sneezes.
yeah.
Well, now I've got to go write a report for the fact that there, I guess, was technically an attack. No one was hurt, but definitely scared the shit out of people, and I'm going to have to explain that to my boss, and that's going to be a whole measure for why I didn't arrest her. Ultimately, because if I did, I'd more than likely have to either kill her or let her go. And to be honest, I don't have the time for this shit today.
Yeah.
So if she really is a friend, please, for the love of God, punch her on the noggin for me.
Don't worry, I will.
And he's going to put his helmet back on and return back over to the bridge to try and like lean on the wall while a couple of other guards from inside the wall, from inside the gates, walk up to him and immediately start interrogating him about what happened.
Yeah. Yeah. For now, I'll leave him to it and just try and restore some peace back to the town. In the meantime, just calm people down, explain what was going on. That was just being a dummy using a spell she shouldn't have. No one's been hurt. It's cool beans.
Orc and Rookie, my favorite characters.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna give this orc a name. He's too exhausted and pissed off at the world that I can't give him a name.
Yep.
Back towards the other half of this duo, Elia, you find yourself disappearing into the crowd, trying to make frantic to get away from the guard who has very quickly lost you. He never even saw you in the first place, so he was already in a losing race. And you managed to disappear to, honestly, wherever you'd like to disappear to.
I'm gonna go run back to the tent. Which one's larger, Aria's tent or Montemore's tent?
Probably Montemore.
Same
Considering
size,
Ari is
they're
probably
both-
going to peek her head out so she could look at the stars.
Yeah, Barry's tent is also there, and it's empty right now. Mistle's outside, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Monty's outside at the moment.
I'm gonna hide into Monty's tent, make myself tiny, and yeah,
Are you still invisible?
yeah.
Cool. Not taking
And,
my nice wide open tent, I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
All right, his name
did
is
you hear that
Percy.
loud explosion? Crazy.
Percy, the pissed off orc.
Yeah.
So his name is Horse.
Curse.
Curse.
And that is spelled Crirs. Curse.
Oh,
All curses.
Foiled again.
All right. I don't know where to go from that. I didn't expect domestic terrorism.
Yep.
Really? Why not? That's crazy.
I cannot believe that Sketch literally went, yeah, but like Elia. And I said, nah, Elia can't possibly fuck this up.
Haha. You fool. Oh, you
Yeah.
guys won't need tokens. It'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, I suppose, Elia, do you have anything else that you'd like to do, or are you just hiding now?
I'm hiding, and then I'm at one point I'm just gonna be like so tired from running that I'm gonna pass out randomly in Monty's tent, and of course I'm gonna lose concentration as a result.
I imagine, unless somebody is actively looking for you, and they're not, I promise,
Not yet.
you're gonna be fine. Ari and Montemore, what are you
Yo.
two up to?
Do we hear the plop of Elia
Oh yeah.
collapsing?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You fucking heard it.
I
The
imagine Ari could
hell?
smell her nervous sweating as well.
Did we
It
see it?
didn't sound like a loud explosion to you guys because while it is condensed wave of thunder, it can only carry so far. So it probably, from your perspective, sounded more like a door slamming than it did a cannon because you're just so far away.
Could we see it?
See it? It is. I guess it is a chromatic orb, so it does show a color. So I'd say, yeah, that's definitely gonna show up.
If Ari was in
It
her
probably
side,
showed up
inside
in
the
the sky like a big purple flyer. You know
Yeah.
what, Elia? What color is your thunder damage?
I'm going with Baldur's Gate. It's purple.
All right, purple. Yeah, it's purple.
Yeah, it has a range of 90 feet as well, so that's going pretty behind
if
me
Ar-
there.
if Ari was in her tent when it happened, when she comes out, Montemore would probably be like, I assume one of our companions caused a scene.
I bet I can guess which one.
Absolutely. It was Neri. That goofball would bring attention to themselves no matter where they go.
Oh, wow, Montemore, I didn't know you had a sense of humor.
I can't be serious all the time, can I?
I guess not. Neat.
Although,
Yeah, that's totally Elia.
being serious again. We are new to this encampment. Perhaps we should assign shifts for keeping watch.
Probably. I'd normally take the first one, but not tonight.
I understand. I don't mind taking the first one.
You think we should do something about whatever Elia just did?
We'll confront her the next time we see her. Or in the morning.
I like to imagine it's around now we hear the flop of Elia in your tent. What was
You know
speak
what?
of the devil?
Wow.
No.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, good
I hear
point.
anything.
Good point.
To be fair, yeah, she did roll stealth. She did roll stealth.
Ari's
So,
built it.
yeah, you heard it. You heard it.
All right, the ears will twitch.
You didn't
Oh,
see
there
it,
she is.
but you heard it.
Yep.
Stands up, walks to Monty's tent. You, I think you have company. Hold open the flap.
Let the
Z.
rest. It's too late in the day.
Let's let her sleep. I'm sure Neri will give her an earful.
Montemore's gonna get up, stretch, and go wander off for a place to find alcohol.
Yep.
Ooh, alcohol. That's actually very interesting. I didn't even think about alcohol. You know what? Give me a investigation check to try and find a
Roll
place
20.
Okay.
Roll
that's
20.
serving alcohol.
Well,
Damn.
Wow. All right. With an 8, you are able to find a guy who looks like he is incredibly down on his luck, super destroyed clothes, downing half a bottle of some sort of dry, dark ale, some sort of liquor, and you get a feeling that while it's not exactly freshly served beer, he may be willing to part with it for some coin.
Montemore will bend down to his level. My friend, how are you doing tonight?
I am having the worst day of my life. Let me roll the race wheel to see who this gentleman is.
All right. Where hog? Where hog?
Normal ass
Oh,
human.
actually, you know what? Actually, this race makes complete sense. Actually, so you see a kobold individual, a person who is adorned in dragon-like scales all across their body, but their size is squished into something closer to that of a goblin. Their petite stature seems to give away that they are not a physically fit individual.
Mm.
But it's well known that kobolds are actually typically geniuses. They seem to hold a bit of wit or ingenuity to them. And the fact that one is down on their luck is, well, almost their curse, one might think.
Right. What ails you today, my friend? If I may ask.
First, I lost my job. Second, I lost my wife. Not because she doesn't love me, I just can't find her, and this place is too big, and I'm too drunk. Third, I lost my job. Did I say that already?
No, it's all right. Go on.
And now I'm sitting here. I don't want to walk. I don't even know where I live. I haven't been inside the castle walls in forever, and I can feel the mosquitoes biting my skin off.
Your wife, is she a kobold like you?
Oh, you better.
Good sentence.
Wait, oh my god, wait, this is really funny.
Oh wow.
You better believe she's not. She actually, you know what? Actually, he's drunk. Hold on.
Dinosaur.
Wait, hold on. This is actually really funny.
Where
Hold on,
hog?
wait.
Where hog? Where hog?
My wife is a kobold just like me, but she's 3 times as tall.
You a dragonborn?
Oh wow.
Tell you what, my friend. Perhaps I can help you find your wife. And in return, you put the bottle away.
I don't know about that. My wife, she'll find me probably. And this bottle, it'll keep me company until my wife comes by and picks me up and takes me to bed.
In that case, would you perhaps like me to keep you company somewhere else? With proper drink, I'll happily pay for it.
Are you a prostitute?
No,
It seems like you're trying to come on to me.
I'm sorry if you feel that way. I do not
I'll
have that
have
interest.
you I'll have you know that I'm happily married to the most beautiful giant kobold I've ever met.
Yes, my friend. I'm sure she is lovely. Well, if you do not want a free drink, then I suppose I shall
Free
leave
drink?
you. Well,
You say
yes.
free drink?
Yes. I need directions to the closest place to get alcohol, and I was offering you a free drink if you could guide me.
Oh, nice. Uh, yeah. What are you looking for? Because there's like the bar, but then there's also like the fancy liquor store. And those are
My,
like your two bad stuff.
my friend, I could down 5 beers right now.
5 beers? That's like more beer than I am kobold.
Well, look at me. I'm at least 3 kobolds.
Holy shit. Not as kobold as my wife, though.
I'm sure I'm not. Your wife sounds like the most kobold of them all.
Damn straight.
I'm gonna offer him
Anyways,
I'm gonna offer him a hand to like help him to his feet.
he will take it and he will give you a very weak grip as he grips your arm.
That's fine.
And when you pull him up, he's like a rag doll.
You know what? I could probably like hold him up standing straight. He's small.
Yeah, he's a tiny creature. He's itty bitty. He's a little man, so he's actually very lightweight and easy to carry.
And he may be lost with finding his home, but I am gonna see if he can find a bar, because there's one place a drunk man can find, and that is alcohol.
True.
That is true. So yeah, he does have 2 places in mind. He can actually probably describe it. Even in his drunken state, is that there's 2 ideal places to get alcohol here. There is a makeshift
Bar.
bar. There's a makeshift bar where they have made like a tent where there's like a wooden table and stools installed, so it kind of feels like a bar, like a traditional one. They've got lines of beers and scotches, whiskeys, tequilas all lined up. They can pull out anything and pour it for you. They've got everything light and hard. Well, not everything. It's a very makeshift bar. It is very scattered in between. You can kind of tell that there's an oversaturation of some shipments, or you can tell it's kind of mostly just whatever they can get their hands on.
Mhm.
Then he'll describe the liquor store kind of thing, where there is a merchant who seems to have a trade. He comes from the south. He seems to be making his own, a whole bunch of exotic, different, unique liquors that, like one of a kind of stuff. And he describes drinking these liquors almost as if they are magical. He
Mm.
swears to God he's not sure if he's too drunk or not, but he remembers drinking one, and for a solid like 30 minutes, he swear he was flying.
Something to look into in the morning, but for now, I'm gonna have him guide me to the bar.
Very nice. Yeah,
I
this
wonder
bar
if
is
I wonder if this fancy alcohol cart is manned by a wolf man of sorts and his son.
Wrong game.
I know.
How dare you infringe?
it would be really funny if I added Werehog to this race wheel, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but
It would.
you'd have to roll it twice in a row for it to be canon.
No.
I mean, that's kind of fair.
Here's what I
Fine.
do. I add a 1% chance that they're a were species, and then I roll a separate wheel where Werehog is like a like 0.1% chance.
Good
I'm
idea.
being bullied.
Hey, there's a chance.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, I don't think I'm familiar with this race. Hold on, I gotta look this up.
Oh wow, it's a dinosaur.
Oh wow, it's a dinosaur.
Oh, okay, it's this race. Okay. I heard the sub race and I was like, I don't know who these people are, but I actually do know who they are. Does that make sense?
Mm.
Yep.
No, not really.
Tell us the goods.
All right. So as you show up to this bar, you see a not even like a tent. It's like a tapestry. A big long tarp. is kind of lining what can only be described as like different dressers that people have lined up and assorted to put this thing together. There are wooden sticks keeping it together, rocks placed on top of the shelves so that it looks like it's almost like a building. And on the inside, there are two bartenders that are tending to a whole crowd of people. It seems that being able to not return to their homes has caused quite a popularity for alcohol to once again reach the streets.
Right.
On the inside, there's one bartender who seems to be fully wrapped up in his business. There's an Era Cochran mixing drinks, twirling it between his fingers, doing fancy tosses, trying to keep people entertained as best he can. And on the opposite side is a forest gnome who seems to be more into the delicate touch of just letting his people talk and hearing them out. And it seems that people have kind of attached to this idea of trying to find solace in this makeshift bar. It's almost like home a little bit.
Right. I think me and the kobold will head over to the, you said rock gnome?
It's a forest gnome, but it's a gnome nonetheless.
Forest gnome. All right. Head over to the forest gnome side of things. Set him down with a chair that has a back to it, if possible. Because I know he'd probably just fall off of a stool.
There are definitely no chairs. It's all stools.
Oh,
They're literally
no.
all
Fair.
like drilled in to the dirt to stand still so that they can't get like taken.
All right, fair enough. I'll set him on a stool, lean him over the counter, be ready to put my arm around him if he starts to fall.
He seems kind of aware that he's gonna fall over, and he kind of like digs his talons into the little table in front of him.
Mm.
He says, you don't gotta worry about me. I'm Mr. Professional."
Whatever you say, my friend. Pats him on the back rather kind of strongly. I'm sorry. Whoever just dropped something, it just sounded like the kobold hitting the floor.
Sorry, that was me sitting up. Sorry, that was me dropping something. That was
You
me
know what?
sitting up.
Yeah, that's canon. Kobolds on the floor. Like
Canon.
literally, not even like 3 seconds after you say that, he falls over.
Awkwardly picks him back up and puts him back on the stool.
I love this guy.
So who did you want? Which bartender did you want? Oh, you said the forest gnome, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this gnome, he seems to be listening out to one customer. It kind of takes him a while to finish up chatting him up, but eventually he's able, or actually she is a female. So this gnome, she finishes up her business. She wraps this up, finishes mixing up a drink and hands it to this one individual who seems to look very sad and distant. Ultimately turning back over and looking at you with a smile. She has actually, no. She has short brown hair, a couple of piercings in her ears. She has some makeup under her eye, trying to make her look a bit more, almost a little dark and broody, but she has a smile on her face that's hard to forget. And as she walks over to you guys, she gives you a smile and says, "Well, well, well. Looks like we got a return customer. How's it going, Jerry?"
Jerry.
Jerry.
Hey! Oh my God! It's
Insert,
rolling a name.
yeah.
That's
Insert
funny.
sound of rolling of the fancy name generator here.
Yeah.
Roll a name up.
Oh my God! It's Flower. Hi, Flower. Hi, Jeremy. I see you brought a friend this time.
Hello there. My name is Montemore.
Oh, you're not wasted.
No, but I would like to get close to it at least.
Well, I can definitely help with that. We've got plenty of things here. I can make creative mixed
Uh,
cocktails and beers if you'd like.
if you guys have a suggested beer, I'll happily take that.
Actually, we do. We have something that was made and actually donated to us not too long ago. Um, it's some special blonde ale, Long Blonde Valley is what it's called. Apparently, it's a huge favorite amongst the locals. Here, let me pour it up for you. And she'll walk over to the side and she will open up a keg and literally pull down a nozzle and pour it out from a refrigerated unit that she has. It seems like they've like literally shoved like ice, literally blocks of ice that seem to glow magical energy in here to kind of keep this box refrigerated.
Wow.
And she pours out a glass of beer and hands it to you.
Thank you. And my new friend here, Jerry, he seems quite distraught today. So I'd offer to treat him on my tab. Although, and he'll lean in and like sort of say this under his breath so Jerry doesn't hear. He has clearly been drinking tonight. Perhaps we keep it on the light side for him.
Oh, of course. Understood. And she'll give you a wink. All right, Jerry. Looks like it's on the house tonight. What would you like? Beer. What kind of beer, Jerry? Whatever tastes good. You got it, Jerry. And she'll disappear and she'll grab another beer. Yeah, beer flavor. She'll come back with another beer, and he'll look at it and he'll kind of just stare at it in his hands. His hands have around it, feeling the cold of the glass, and he just looks at it, stares at it,
Wow.
and then before long, he just chugs that shit down so fast.
Montemore is drinking his drink at a decent pace, but like not too fast.
So I gotta say, I don't recognize you. Sorry, what did you say your name was?
My name is Montemore, but if it pleases you, you can call me Monty.
Monty. I see. I have to say, I haven't seen you around here, and it's not often I see strangers poke in. Most people aren't brave enough to come to the bar on their first night here. I would have already heard about you, so you must have just strolled in. What kind of tales are you carrying to make you so brave to come up and talk with us this soon?
Well, me and my allies just arrived in town earlier today, and while I don't know what exactly our plans are here, we are here to do the best we can for the public good. Or at least that's my objective. I am a soldier, a paladin, I may say. And we had gone through some rather extraneous tribulations before coming here. We got lost in the endless forest, perhaps. You are aware of what that entails.
First forest, huh?
Endless forest, yes.
Well, you're gonna have to be more specific. There are quite a few of those.
Let's see. Can I see the world map? No.
I guess I can, but I can just also describe there are two. There's
That's fair. I mean, I was gonna say like the forest to the east.
Yeah, it's directly to the east.
Yeah.
There are notably two that are well known. There's one to the north that connects to the swamp, and then there's the Fey Forest in the southwest. those are the most popular two. You know for certain that the one you went to is very much less known about.
Right. You would probably not have heard about it, but there is a forest to the east that I must recommend do not travel through at night, because you may end up in the Shadowfell.
The Shadowfell.
Yes. A harrowing nightmare experience. I do not recommend it. We barely got out of our lives.
I see. I have to say, I've never heard of a forest that goes through the Shadowfell, but if I ever hear about it, then maybe I'll already know what to tell people. You know what the forest name was?
Do I?
No, you
No.
don't.
No, unfortunately I do not. But it is in the middle of a few now desolate villages that have been cursed. Haunted, one might say.
Fuck, damn it.
Yes.
I do actually have a name for those villages, and I don't remember what they're fucking called.
It's probably
Well, I can say-
later.
Did we ever get the name of the village that we were investigating?
I don't think so.
No?
I swore that I had given it a name, and then I just didn't write it down in my notes.
Wow.
But these villages and forest are off the main path. We only went there due to curiosity's sake, but as they say, curiosity kills the adventurer sometimes.
I thought Ari was about to sneeze again.
I'm gonna name it Reno.
Reno?
Yeah, after the
Gotta go
founder of the
down
village.
to Reno.
I was going to go down there, but I couldn't.
Reno is the name of the town that you guys had ended up in.
Mm. The small village of Reno, now empty. Most of its denizens dead. It was a sad sight.
I see.
But-
I see.
We haven't had a break since our little trip, so I just want to wet my tongue a bit.
Yeah, sounds like you're exhausted. Well, feel free to hang out here. We've got spots here all night until, we get too tired and we lock the place up. But we don't usually do that until late. So help yourselves. We'll keep the
appreciate it.
candles on.
And it seems like Jerry here has a tale to say as well. A horrible day,
Huh?
he proclaimed.
Oh man. Yeah, I had the worst day ever, Flower. Oh yeah, Jerry, is that yeah? You had the worst day ever? Let me guess. You lost your job? I lost my job. And then you lost your wife? I lost my wife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Would it be crass of me to assume that he has the worst day of his life every day of his life?
Every day, just every other day.
What did you do for work, Jerry?
I was an engineer. Do you know about the Pegasuses, the Pegasi, the robot Pegasi that they fabled to use to fly up to the flying cities a long time ago? I didn't build those. But I was trying to rebuild them so that we could use them in modern day. Because they all got wiped out.
Are you
But
were
then they
you trying to
defunded my project. So I came here to RML to try and get more funding, but it turns out this place is more broke than I am.
Were you trying to rebuild them from scratch, or did you have something to work off of?
We had some old blueprints that this guy brought in. things from the old fallen cities. Sometimes they bring some stuff from the Underfell or the Underdark. It was our job to try and make it with new materials that were more easily accessible. Maybe not as good, but just try and bring us back to how it used to be back when we had technology. But now we're back to swords and knives.
Well,
Have you ever shot a gun?
I have not.
It's the best thing you'll ever feel. It feels so cool.
Shut up, Barry. Baltimore is gonna hold his tongue on his opinions. He's not exactly the happiest when it comes to modern technology, because it just leads to more ways for people to kill each other, more things for people to fight over, more chaos, more destruction. But he understands that it was a livelihood for Jerry, and gentlier pats him on the back. I'm sorry that has happened to you, my friend. It seemed like a worthwhile endeavor to set your life to. I'm sure one day you'll be able to accomplish your dream.
You know what? You know what, mattress? He kind of points a finger at you.
What is it, Jerry?
You
Friend.
you get me, and I like that. And he falls over.
Well,
Mm.
da-da-da-da-da.
Miss Flower, perhaps there's someone here who would be able to locate Jerry's wife.
Oh no! If anything, you can actually just leave him there. I promise that his wife will come to pick him up soon.
All right. And he'll adjust the kobold so he's like not flat on his ass, but like leaning up against uh the shelf or whatever we're sitting up against. Uh and continue to drink, make some casual conversation, regale some tales of his travels.
Sounds like a lovely evening. Eventually, enjoying your time with Flower, chatting with her, chatting with fellow patrons. Eventually, a beautiful older white dragonborn will reveal herself and come to pick up Jerry from his stupor and deliver him away from harm.
Uh, you must be the beloved Kobolds kobold, who's ever kobold, according to your husband. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Montemore. I took care of your beloved this evening.
Yeah, I can see that. It looks like he's really worn himself out this time. I wish he wouldn't get in the habit of running so much when he gets drunk, but I mean, it always makes a fun adventure for the evening. Nice to meet you. My name is Picnic.
Lovely to meet you, Picnic. Me and my companions will be in town for in camp for the foreseeable future. If you ever need anything and see us out there, feel free to call out.
Hmm, that is very sweet of you, but I don't think we'll need anything ourselves. But if you are looking to do some good around here, there's always plenty of work to be done. There is not necessarily a guild per se, but there is a workforce, and they're always looking for people to help. You look like you're strong, handsome individual. I'm sure they could use your skills.
A reconstruction recovery guild of sorts.
Few and far in between. Help with construction, getting rid of some monsters. I'm sure the guard would appreciate anything they can get, and the people, they the same.
Yes, I wish to do what I can. I appreciate it. I'll look for that in the morning.
Of course. And thank you for taking care of Jerry. I really do appreciate it.
Of course. He seems like a lovely man when he's not drunk off his ass, if you excuse my language.
Well, it's one of his charms. He's the most interesting drunk I've ever known.
Quite.
Now I'll be getting him home. Thank you again, Montemore.
Yes. Have a lovely night.
And she'll walk off. I want to say remove like 3 gold from your inventory for how much you drink for the night. It sounds like you're gonna be chilling out here for a while, so
Sure. That sounds good.
Owie.
Didn't need to make
And
some
let's-
gold. Sam.
sounds like you've had some time to splay out. So let's return to Neri. Neri, you actually have had some good time passes. Then we last saw you. You were hanging out by the bridge.
Yeah,
But
since
now
then, Mary's probably
you're
been
chilling out.
trying
So what
to.
are you up to?
Yeah, since then, Mary's probably been just trying to help make the guards bring back the peace without all the panicked villagers. Explain the situation. There's nothing to worry about. Yada yada yada. And if they need help with any like menial tasks around, like just taking care of the little encampment and all that, Neri will gladly assist to make up for Elia's misdemeanor.
That's very fair.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make you roll because, like, I mean, I could if you wanted to see how long it takes you to kind of help calm down the people. But ultimately, if you just take your time, dedicate, go around, make sure everybody's
Yeah.
okay, they'll kind of get this idea that it's okay now, it's safe now, you're fine.
Yeah, that more or less that. Yeah.
What did you say you wanted to do after calming everybody down? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I
just
missed it.
see if like the guard force needs help with anything around the encampment that I could help with. Get some good Boy Scout points.
I'm gonna say for right now, because of how late it is, when going up to some guards and trying to offer them some help. Mostly they're just like, no, we've got it for right now. It's all right. Ask us in the morning. We'll have time then. It's too late now. Just it's too safe to go out at night. All that kind of like usual spiel.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be sure to talk to you in the morning then. Is there anything
It
else I
is
can
like
do to make up for my?
it is like 10 in the evening too.
Oh,
So
it's
it's
already
pretty
10.
late.
Yeah, so yeah, I've got to start winding
Yeah.
down then.
Yeah, like when you guys arrived, it was already 9 p.m. and now it's been like a whole hour or so.
Yep. Alright, I guess I'll make my way back to the gang's camp where I think I'll only see Ari immediately.
Oh, hey, there
Yeah, I
you
think that
are.
sounds right.
Yep, I'm back. Hello.
You looking for that one?
Elia?
Points. What did
Yes.
she do?
Well, while I was talking to some folks to get the rundown of what was going on, she decided the best way to get everyone's attention would be to launch a thunderous orb into the sky, and understandably panicked a whole lot of people. Have spent the last hour cleaning up that mess with the guards.
Did it work?
I mean, Mary just like gives you a very deadpan stare. Does that matter?
Smile, knowing what she just
I mean,
asked.
technically,
I-
it did work. It did
Technically,
throughout
It
the
did
time.
work.
Technically,
It
but
did work.
do not forget that she scared probably hundreds of people shitless up there. I have a plain cantrip that could just increase the volume of my voice that I could have used if she just communicated what we wanted to do.
Okay, that one, yeah. Scaring that many people, probably not good.
Mm-hmm. As usual, it was me to clean up the mess.
Well, if it helps, she's asleep now.
I was hoping to talk to her about that, but I suppose I'll have to wait till morning now.
Yeah, I think she tuckered herself out.
Wonder why.
Well, now that you're here, I could talk to you about what I didn't want to say in the Shadowfell.
Go on.
Um,
Wait, where's Montemore as well?
I think he said he was going to go get a drink.
Yeah, I suppose if it can't wait for him, then go ahead.
I'll get around to telling him too, but I figured I'd start with you since you have some experience with this. Yeah, let's go in the tent.
Mine, I assume? I don't think with
Yeah.
Alright.
And once we're in the tent, she'll just kind of plop down. Okay. So when we were in the Shadowfell, I got a visit from. Ari knows that was Umbra, right? Yeah.
I think it's pretty
Oh,
obvious.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who was there that met Umbra? It was
Ari and
Elia.
Aurora for the
Yeah.
Shadowfell
It
meeting.
was pre Shadowfell. It was
Pre-Shadowfell,
Montemore
it was
and
Montemore and Neri.
Montemore and Neri, and then post it was in Neri's head. So no, you actually don't know that it's Umbra.
I imagine I'd probably be
So-
able to parse it from the description.
So
Did we ever get their name that first time?
Well,
I
I'm
think
not.
you didn't get. He didn't tell you his name, but you kind of inferred it was him
Yeah, like given
Okay.
that
because
fact that
you go really good
yeah,
religion.
given my fact that they dropped a anklet with their holy symbol on it, I think it was kind of very in bold letters into subtext.
So I was visited by
Oh, I think you cut out. Eh? Right?
they gave me something.
Uh,
Hello?
I think you were cutting out a bit.
Ah,
Ah,
Actually, you know what? Before you continue this, have this conversation. You both notice that on top of Elia, while Elia seems to be like conked out, like dead asleep, you guys can see Kombucha literally sitting on Elia's chest, smiling and panting at you guys, waving his tail.
what? Hello?
I thought, why are they in my tent? What? How did you get here?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi. It's
Do what I
me. I
said.
play Ari.
Yeah.
Wow. Anywho, but yeah, we are in tent Mary, not tent Monmore. But we can probably
Oh,
hear
you're
his
not in
happy.
Temple anymore?
Yeah, we can probably hear the happy panting regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like kombucha just like shows up. It's
Yeah.
just really what it is. So like
Uh-huh.
you can tell that kombucha just like walks in, sits at your feet, and just like looks up at you guys and is just watching.
Hello, small dog. Can we help you?
Ari, are you able to talk with dogs right now? Talk with animals.
Sure, why not?
You cast speak with animals.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What do
All
you
right.
need, little predator?
I'm watching. I'm watching. I'm watching and listening and paying attention. I'm doing my job as a guard dog. I'm paying attention.
Yes, you are a very good guard dog.
If Ari,
Hello.
what is he guarding? He's inside.
I don't know.
He's
I
What do we
don't
don't know? What do we don't know? Do we need to know?
You know, you don't need to know. It's okay. Anyway,
okay.
I'm going to keep talking to Neri now.
Okay.
Flap?
Eh?
Anyway,
Kombucha is
so
just sitting there looking at you guys with his tongue out, looking fucking stupid.
go outside and guard the door, please.
Okay. He
Does he
doesn't move.
move?
No.
You said okay. Are you gonna do it, boy?
I'll guard the door.
On the outside.
I'll guard the door on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay. He walks out to the door and he steps out and then he pokes his head on the inside. He's I can't see on the inside if I'm outside.
You can tell him
You're
to help.
supposed-
You can tell him to help Missile Guard, baby.
Oh, good idea. Why don't you go make sure Missile's okay?
Oh, okay. And he pokes his head out.
She's a strong horse. She can take him.
Are you sure she's gonna be okay?
So I'll check on her in a bit.
Right. Anyway, so what was the last thing you heard before my internet died?
I forget.
So while we were in the Shadowfell,
Yeah.
I was visited, I suppose, by a weird shadowy person.
Oh goodness.
And they gave me something.
Did you take it?
Eyes dart around. Yes.
Oh no. What was it?
They made some good points.
Well, first off, what exactly did they give you?
Oh my
This.
god. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Hello,
So
Julie.
after kombucha leaves, there's another disturbance in your tent.
Oh no. Kombucha?
Literally in the exact same spot where kombucha sat on the floor in front of you guys, there is now a mouse.
Is this kombucha but shifted? Is he
I'll
still
talk to
Madame
the mouse.
expression?
Can we help you, mouse?
you literally like it's like not even like funny. Like literally kombucha is a the exact same spot, but he almost seems to think that he can't be heard if he's a mouse. So like from Neri's point of view, Neri, you hear squeak, squeak, squeak,
Uh-huh.
squeak, 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 and then kombucha from Ari's point of view, you hear sneak, sneak, sneak.
Do I want to know what he's saying?
He's just saying sneak over and over again.
You're not being very sneaky, little one.
I got this.
So sneaky that he can't see me, and he's like literally doing like a little dance to it too.
I'm
He's
gonna...
like shaking his butt and walking in a funny way.
I got this. Oh man, Ari the cat, sure could go for a snack. I smell a mouse.
Oh, wow.
Hey Elliot, can you roll a wisdom saving throw for
Oh,
kombucha for me, please?
A wisdom saving throw for who?
Kombucha.
Okay, funny you mentioned that. Wisdom is actually not that bad.
Oh, okay.
By not that bad, I
Wait,
mean I
you
don't
mean
have
a
penalties.
seven.
Well,
Roll intimidation, Ari.
yeah.
Wow.
What do you mean? I'm actually a dog, not a cat, or not a mouse. I'm supposed to eat cats. I don't eat cats. I don't eat anything. I'm a dog. And then he's like, he runs out.
Uh,
Anyway, yes, I took the thing. He made some good points. Or they made some good points, and she's gonna reach and pull out the dagger. And it's this.
does this thing have Umbre's symbol on it anywhere, like the anklet?
No.
Oh, still looks black and spooky and scary.
What you see in front of you is a ornate dagger. There is a opal in its handle, and a hilt that seems to look like vines twisted in each other, like dead black vines that seem to create this hardwood handle. And his blade kind of uh, tilts out in a slit, almost like a scabbard, with a silver slit that seems to run through. And in the blade, there are imageries of what you can only assume to be a manifestation of like fears and darkness. Literally, it looks like ghouls running about. But as you keep looking at the shapes, there's no discernible shape. The body of this dagger just seems to keep changing and morphing, and that you swear you can't make a certain image, but you swear you see these strange figures on the inside.
Good lord. I don't need to cast Detect Evil to know that thing is, you know.
Yeah. And I didn't want to pull this. I didn't even want to talk about this in the Shadowfell.
Why so?
I mean, I obviously I don't trust the guy who gave it to me.
If it's who I think it is that gave it to you, I don't think not being in the Shadowfell is going to stop Umbra.
Does Ari know like what Umbra is?
I think we gotta talk about
Umbra?
what Umbra.
Roll religion. See how much you know about Umbra.
Yo.
Yeah.
You know that they are the god of shadow. What that necessarily means is that they are renowned for knowing shadow. The cool
Mhm.
shadow.
Shadow. Ah, okay.
Hey, I mean, Shadow the Hedgehog's a pretty cool character, I have to say.
True. He's voiced by
Keanu
John Wick.
Reeves.
He's voiced by John Wick from The Matrix.
He's voiced by Keanu Reeves.
Oh no. Alright, but yes, anywho.
Okay, actual God.
What's
They
up, mother
said
truckers? My name is Keanu Reeves.
Please,
no. That's
please.
not what they said.
The gone
Although
spirits.
Ari will stop herself before she finishes that sentence.
Yeah.
Mm. Right. Well, then I guess she puts it back. It's a good thing that I don't trust them, but also I guess that means that trying to hide was pointless.
Yes, the God of Secrets certainly has their way of knowing things.
Oh, shadow and secrets. Okay.
Though from my experience with them, they certainly do seem to lean into the fear and doubtful side of secrets. The ones you don't want to release.
Oh,
But by the sounds of it,
is
they might have
that
preyed.
right?
Yeah, by the sounds of it, they might have preyed on you the same way they tried me.
Mm. what did they try to do to you?
You remember the
Yeah.
anklet?
Yes.
I didn't go into detail before since it was still weighing heavy in my mind, but I felt like I was in that goddamn thing for years. Just through all of my horrible memories, doubts, fears right in front of me, and promised answers, relief. I could cast a spell through it that I wasn't able to before, Sense Emotions, but after seeing what they did in the Shadowfell, they're the ones that are responsible for the creatures that attacked us, no doubt. I threw that thing away, and I'm so just glad I managed to snap myself out of it before it was too late. If I had given them what they wanted, I wouldn't be the person I am now.
Oh wow, that's terrifying.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, the best place to dispose of this would have been the Shadowfell. Throw it back to whence it came and tell Umbra to take it back, but this makes things
I
a bit more
guess
difficult.
it's a little late for that now.
Hmm. Well, I'm thankful you still told me regardless.
Yeah, it just seemed like a good idea to tell you and or Montemore.
Mm-hmm. Elia is,
It's
well-intentioned,
not
but
that I don't trust Elia, it's that I don't trust the. This is gonna sound weird. I don't trust the dagger with Elia, you know?
yeah, I can see it. I trust her to try to do the right thing, but not know what the right thing is, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I think she'd figure it out. I just also think that from what you said about the anklet, the dagger would try and like manipulate her.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Umbra would have a fucking field day with her.
Oh god. Oh my me.
Yep. Anyways, do you know anything about what that thing does?
Julian, I don't remember what Umbra told Ari.
Ari told you that it is
Ari told
capable
you.
of bringing out. Ari told you. Umbra told you that it is capable of bringing out the darkest secrets hidden within people's hearts. Uh, what it does, as a weapon, it's a +3 dagger, and it can either do piercing or necrotic damage. And you don't know the rest of what it does because it hasn't been unlocked yet.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I don't. I mean, I could make a guess, but he said something about bringing out the darkest secrets from people.
That sounds bad.
That, or I mean, I guess if you're interrogating someone, it'd be useful. But
I have Zone of Truth for that.
oh, well then, yeah, it just sounds kind of bad when you put it that way.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. We can look into disposing of it as soon as we can. I'm sure the library will have some answers on how to handle some artifact destructions. We could use them as a lead, at least.
Yeah, I'll just hold on to it for now.
I suppose. Just be careful with that thing. Probably keep it in a very sturdy sheath.
Do you have one?
I have big ones for my falchion and pike, but nothing
No.
small. I'm not much of a dagger person.
You know offhand that you've never seen a sheath that would realistically be able to sheath this weapon.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it is like that jagged thing that Sketch drew that one time.
I literally can't describe it as anything other than like a saber tooth on a stick.
It's a 4D saber-tooth shape.
Yeah.
I don't.
The best means you really have is to wrap it in leather or cloth.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do any better than wrapping it, but I can keep it under wraps.
Haha. Yeah, just maybe let's wrap it in a few layers just to be safe, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I could take some off of my pike that I usually use to wrap it. That should be good enough.
I mean, it's probably fine as it is, but
Yeah.
you know,
If that
I'm not
thing,
gonna.
yeah, judging by how you describe it, we shouldn't take any chances with that.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Well, yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you about or tell you about. You can tell
Mm-hmm.
Montemore and Elia later.
Yeah, I do appreciate you telling me this again.
Yeah. like I said, with you having that whole anklet ordeal, you seem like the best person to tell first.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just, we really shouldn't meddle in that magic, but you seem smart enough to know that, at least.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am smart.
Yep. I certainly don't blame you for taking it, though, so don't think I think any less of you. I certainly know how Umbra feeds on people's minds like that.
She's gonna like let out a small sigh. Okay, good, because I'm not gonna lie, like
They're
what they
tempting.
said what they said made sense and sounded good, and it sounded good.
What did they say exactly, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, they said that, I'm not, they acknowledged that I'm not mortal, which I think you remember how I feel about that.
I'm aware.
So it was definitely very pandering.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's absolutely pandering on their part.
And Ari's just going to stop talking after that one, just kind of look
Yep.
around the tent.
Unfortunately, most gods are not as kind as you.
Aw, cute. All right. Well, um, that's all I got. Unless you have anything interesting.
I suppose I've said my part, unless there's anything else weighing on your mind after all this?
No, I think I'm good. And she does seem a little nervous as she says that.
I don't need to roll insight.
What'd you say?
I don't need to roll insight to know you're lying.
Was that in? Well, no, that wasn't in character.
Yeah.
You just roll.
Yes, I say out loud. Yeah, I definitely know what insight roll
What
is in
do
character.
you mean roll insight? Why are we rolling on the ground?
Don't worry about it. Anyway, are you sure? I won't press you if
What do
you're
you mean
uncomfortable.
rolling inside? Of course I would be inside. I don't want to get hurt.
Exactly. But yes,
I want to be
anyways.
insight too, says Kombucha from outside.
Uh-huh. Yeah, are you sure? It certainly seems like there's something else weighing on you. I won't push you if you're uncomfortable talking about it in this moment, but I'm here if you need an ear to listen.
Um, well, I mean, since you put it that way, yes, but we can talk about that later.
That is fair compromise, I suppose. For now, we
Yeah.
should, let's wait for Montevore to get back and then get some much needed rest after all this.
From the sound of outside, after you guys are beginning to wrap up this conversation, you swear you hear the sound of what sounds like something dragging across dirt. And
That sounds suspiciously like someone dragging a body. I'm gonna check on that real quick.
Yeah, me too.
Don't ask how I
you
know that.
open up the tent, and to your surprise, you see an octopus on the ground, slowly crawling its way towards you guys. And as you open up the gate, as you open up the curtain to your tent, the octopus looks at you, and it goes, "Well, you don't hear anything, Neri, but Ari, you hear." And the octopus immediately turns around and starts trying to crawl, but it is an octopus on land. It is so slow.
Oh,
And you can tell
Ah!
immediately this is just kombucha again.
Uh, Kombucha, you don't have to stay out of the tent anymore.
He turns around. Run forward! And he starts to crawl back towards you guys.
Why are you an octopus?
Wanted to be.
You can just change your form at will?
I wasn't aware you could do that without Elia's command.
Same.
octopus powers, and he starts trying to crawl into the tent.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't octopi need water to breathe?
I believe so.
We should get a bowl.
I think
Plus
he should just,
powers.
I think he should just turn back because if we get water, Montemore.
We could keep him outside, or else he's going to suffocate and do the usual.
I, I, I mean, when has that stopped him?
I know, like, Elias says he likes it, but I feel awful, you know?
Yeah, me too. You know, kombucha, you're gonna die if you stay like that.
I can hold my breath for 30 minutes.
He says he can hold his breath for 30 minutes.
Uh-huh. I could assure him that suffocation is no way to go, but as long as he transforms back before then...
Wait, you've been suffocated?
Yeah, holy war nonsense. I've been through a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Can't say I'm not curious what it was like being around then.
Understandable, but I could assure you it wasn't pleasant, and, the less, you know, the better for the sake of your dreams and nightmares.
I mean, that's fair, but also, you know, goddess.
Uh-huh.
And I was not there, and it's like, you know.
Could you elaborate a bit?
No, because
Oh, right.
I don't know, it just feels like, you know, what kind of goddess am I that I don't know much about the Holy War?
Guys, I'm starting to feel lightheaded.
Kombucha, you should probably turn back into a dog now. You know, Ari's kind of feeling out of it, and she could use a nice doggy to pet.
What?
Yeah, therapy dog.
Okay. All right. Let me go get changed. And he starts to crawl back crawl back to
Okay,
Montemore's
Jay.
tent.
I'm gonna
What?
dump a little bit of water on him and let him be on his way, I suppose.
Do I have Create or Destroy Water ready? I feel like that's one of the spells I always have just in case. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Bro,
create a little bit of
I
water
don't know,
for
and
him.
I don't care.
Oh, okay, never mind. Maybe I
Anyways,
can bring out
So you
Shadow.
cast create water on him. You have 5 gallons of water dump on his head. And now with
Does it
newfound
have to be all
strength, it
5
is.
gallons?
I mean, do you not want it to be?
I mean, it says up to 10 gallons. It says up to 10 gallons.
Oh, okay, all right. 10 gallons dump on this octopus.
Well, no, I don't want to do all 10 gallons. The tent will be soaked.
He's outside of the tent. He never made it
5
inside.
gallons. 5 gallons will still soak it.
I didn't want to do 5 gallons either.
imagine you could
I'll just dump a gallon on him.
Yeah.
I'm on my way. And he's just calling.
There he goes.
Unfortunately,
I'll cast Find Familiar on him through him
you're sleepy.
and turn.
Yep.
Who said I was sleeping?
Good point.
Good point. Ari just assumed you were.
All right.
Yeah, so
All right,
I cast Find Familiar,
Wow.
and he's back into a dog in the middle crawling.
Oh, that was fast.
All right, gang. We're gonna go ahead and try and wrap this thing up.
Yep.
But I have a couple of things I need to do first.
Oh.
So we're gonna roll forward time a little bit to when everyone is comfortable in their beds, getting ready to sleep, cuddling up in their bedrolls.
Ari's back to being the pillow.
Elia, you find yourself once again back into that strange place in your memory, almost as if the dream that you know you shouldn't have is now playing on repeat in your sleep. Neri, you seem to be caught in this strange place where your brain seems to be struggling to kind of operate after this huge explosion. And it almost kind of causes this PTSD like effect, and you find yourself turning and struggling in your sleep. You're not sure if that's a bad omen or if you are just haven't been as comfortable as you thought you were after all this time in such a dark area, but you're finding yourself unable to sleep.
Yeah, we're
Mondamore,
melting.
after the first real drink you've had in a while, you actually feel a little warm and like excited to finally be out and free. This is probably the most carefree you've actually been in a while after so much struggling in the Shadowfell.
Hell yeah.
But there's one of you, despite all the circumstances of how you can't sleep, who actually can't sleep.
Oh.
Insomnia sends them toiling and twirling and unable to get past the conversation they had earlier this afternoon. Ari, you find yourself thinking back to the conversation with Neri that you had, getting confirmation that Neri does not judge you and that they understand and that that this Umbra is just trying to trick you and that it's all just one big lie and there's nothing to worry about. But you can't help but think of the dagger. As it sits in your bag, you feel like you tucked it away and hid it in the leather, making sure that it can't possibly cut into anyone to cause whatever harm may reap out from underneath. But yet, as you sit there in your bed, sitting up, staring out into the infinite darkness that is the starry night, you can't help but feel a glow coming from your bag, a soft purple one, radiating and calling energy, and you feel these doubts enter your mind. Neri has made so many confessions, and yet you can't help but feel that he's lying to you even now. The reminder that he went to war against the gods, that he has constantly been at throats with them, constantly claiming that he is his worst enemy, and now you here claiming you are a god, that you have a god inside of you, and that he just has no issue with that. It eats you up. And you can't help but feel like something inside of you, you don't know if it's deep within you, that it is you making these feelings, or if it's the knife trying to call you back. But you honestly can't tell the difference and it's eating you up. There's something inside of you that desperately wants to know, and you're not sure whose feelings are trying to persuade you, but you ultimately feel like someone is lying. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Uh, inspiration just in case.
Go ahead.
That's better.
It's the dagger. You find yourself immediately ripping yourself up and picking up the dagger from your bag and stepping outside into the night, and immediately are overwhelmed with so many senses for what to do with this thing. Your mind runs in direction after direction after direction, needing an answer for what to do with this thing. You need to get rid of it. You need to throw it away. You need to find some place to bury it, something, anything, set it on fire, destroy it, cast it into the lava, something. And as you're frantically trying to figure out an option, you ultimately just find yourself looking at this thing. You pull it out of the sheath and see yourself looking into the infinite souls that seem to be trapped within, screaming and calling, and you feel this infinite turmoil in yourself start to build more and more, and you just feel so angry that you stab yourself right in the leg.
Oh dear.
You feel no pain, and nothing happens. But as it stabs you, you feel this overwhelming turmoil almost reject from you. And you vomit. Vomit a blacky, inky substance that immediately, as you pull the dagger out from your skin, this substance seems to enter the dagger, and you're not sure what just happened. But the voices seem to go quiet. if only for a moment. You can still hear them picking away those insecurities deep in your brain. But you know that whatever the dagger just convinced you to give up, that whatever it just did to you,
Oh god,
you're
my
not
internet went
sure.
out. Hello, am I audible?
You are audible once more.
Okay, hello. My internet went out as soon as Julian says, "But you know."
That is crazy.
But you know deep down that the dagger has lost some of its power over you. And you feel almost as if something is disappointed in the path that you have chosen.
Julian, I want to message you real quick
Mm,
Go ahead.
because I don't want to say this part out loud.
you could go to the secret chat.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, no. Let's go jail real quick. We got to I want to keep this one a fat stack, if you will.
Nice.
That's crazy.
So you're
Wow.
saying you already got horny from this?
Yeah.
I actually thought of a completely separate thing.
What's up?
Oh, this is you probably wouldn't get this. This is from like a really old ass game I was with Julian and Ray.
Oh boy.
It's actually one that Ray DM. They like introduced a magic item that was really similar to that. I was like,
Hey, Sketch, hop on Transfer Mice.
that's crazy.
Yeah, sure. I definitely.
So how do you
have
like me? How do you like me eavesdropping on you guys with computer failing 3
there
times?
is an attempt.
There was an attempt. Who said I said I was sleeping, but honestly, she was probably fake sleeping.
Yep. That classic Elia moment.
Yeah. I was actually deafened and blinded while I shared my senses with kombucha to make it look like I was asleep.
Yep. They will remember that if he finds out.
Yeah, because you actually had the chance. Because the thing is, I literally couldn't transform him
Yep.
without him coming back.
Yeah, like
except if I
Mary's
was-
definitely raising a morale with that. So that is sus.
Yeah.
You know what else is sus?
Uh-huh.
What?
Your face.
True.
I want to see kombucha in all his different forms. It'd be funny.
It would be funny, whatever you're talking about.
Yo, so true.
Well, that was really rousing.
Good talk, gang. Good talk.
More like
Yeah, after all that
arousing, am I
happened,
right?
Ari's going to kind of look out into the distance and say, "Well, what do you think?" Does anyone answer her?
I'm horny.
I don't.
I'm horny.
Why
Too many
would
horns. I don't
you.
like it.
Thank you, Unseen
get back
King.
to your game?
Thank you, Unseen King. Very cool.
Yeah.
You're welcome. God, what would he think of this? This is so interesting.
Rooster, dude.
He's gotta have a spicy take.
I think God, because he's so
Making you think.
I don't question wanting to know the truth. It, unlike emotion, is something everyone can understand. And yet, these feelings that overcome you when it comes to this truth, they are negative. Why?
Because I'm worried that they're right.
And if the truth is that they are right, what is the issue to that?
I don't think I'll know the answer to that until I find out whatever it is that I'm trying to learn.
There is an old saying. You may come to accept the truth, no matter how much it hurts you, or you can live your lie. You can either be happy not knowing, or hurt and know the truth. It is your own choice.
There are so many things I want to ask you whenever I get the chance.
I'm here, aren't I?
Yeah, you're not going anywhere. But I think I would like to try and go to bed.
Yes, I can feel the exhaustion in your body. I don't think that thing had a good influence on your physical state, regardless of your own mental state.
No, it didn't.
Regardless, use that knife or don't. It does not matter to me. It is not my consequence to reap.
No, I guess it's not. You're just along for the ride. And with that, Ari is going to go back to her to the tent and still holding onto the dagger. She still has it. Wrap it back up, put it back in her bag. And then try and go back to sleep.
Beep, beep.
It is not an easy process. But eventually, as do the rest of you, the night takes you. And we will call session there.
Huzzah.
Oh boy.
Yippee!
We love our
Wahoo.
drama queen, Umbra.
Yeah, slay drama queen.
Mhm.
I just had a nice night out.
I
Woohoo!
had post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, you did. I figured. I was like, what can I throw in to give Neri a funny little scene? I was like, he actually probably has PTSD. That's probably a reasonable thing.
Yeah, that is canon. I feel like if he didn't, I'd be concerned.
I just feel like he
realized I
probably
muted
is
myself
because
on
he's so
the-
active. His anxiety doesn't hit until the nighttime.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Neri is probably a very light sleeper. But he had to be on his toes a lot back in the day.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right,
Ooh.
kiddos. All right, kiddos. It's time for our fucking questions.
Well.
Yo, no one except Corin answered my questions on
Wow.
Tuesday.
I did promise to answer it. I was just tired.
Wow.
Yeah, no, and you did it.
You
Honestly,
didn't
genuinely
let me answer
forgot.
them.
I was just caught up in the bit.
Yeah.
Everyone was in the bit, including
Yeah.
you, if I remember, Sasha.
You didn't let me answer them.
The power of the bit compels you, I'm afraid. But
You know,
many,
this is actually a great point.
yeah.
We should all answer Ray's questions and not
Wait a
mine.
But before we do we have any parting remarks for the recording?
Yeah, next week I'm not gonna be fucking dead because I'm gonna be out of finals. So Whippy.
Yippee!
You can finally wear clothes.
I've been wearing
Yes.
clothes. I'm literally changed into new pajamas today.
Put your
I can't
bra
wait
on,
for you to wear
Corin.
clothes,
That's inappropriate.
Why? She doesn't have too much to cover.
That's so mean.
And we're gonna end the recording on that. Da-da-da-da-da-da.